and guarantee at minimum a 500 finish to the year with a win today. We talked to AC before every game. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the freedom of choice. Shop deals built for you on the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Red Sox. With Alex Cora, here's Will Fleming.
2 to go with the manager, Alex Cora. Last time you'll wear these, I guess, newly about to be retired City Connect yellows. But last night, it is what it is at the end of this season. But Pivetta was the story, Alex, and he was emotional in the dugout afterward. You acted a little differently when you went to the mound to talk to him. What was that conversation about? And just kind of reflect on his time here.
I actually tell him, take it all in. Enjoyed this, and these people know they're not. They're not dumb. They're very smart. Sometimes too smart, to be honest with you. But no. Like, everybody knew what was going on, and it's tough that they hit the double because I didn't want to take him out. But at one point, like during the game, we did it with JT. We've done it with a lot of players. That they're in that situation and they enjoy this beautiful ballpark and this beautiful city, and they have embraced the whole Red Sox, experience. Kind of like how we gonna accomplish this, but you know what? The man upstairs has always a plan, right? And I think it was cool for him to come out, get the standing ovation, him tip his hat, and then embrace everything. Take a step back and see it as what it is. It's a beautiful place with beautiful fans, and it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience.
No doubt about that. He's a different guy, Alex. He rarely shows emotion, kind of keeps blinders on, keeps to himself, kind of an introvert in that way. What do you make of his growth here? Because, you guys signed him to give you innings. He did that. He missed a lot of bats. He changed his arsenal a bunch of times. When you look back on his career, what stands out?
Just the evolution of the player and the person, right? He was very honest yesterday. He was sitting there with me, and the way he saw it when he got traded, it was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Just show up and follow the lead, right? Follow the leaders. And now he's one of the leaders, right? And he does everything right. He's very involved with everything that has to do with players, from in the clubhouse to the Players Association, and very polite kid, sometimes I really feel like he's like making fun of us, he say thank you on this very uncanny way, right? But just a good citizen, man, and he's a good pitcher too. He went from vertical attack to horizontal attack to go back to the fastball up, but now he has the slider and the gyro thing, so he's a good pitcher, man.
One thing that he does not talk a lot about, this is similar to a bunch of your guys, he's at hospitals all the time seeing young kids. He's one of your guys who really leads the charge on that. This is the time of year to sort of reflect on that. How proud does it make you as the leader of these men that they do that stuff so frequently?
Yeah, that's part of the equation, man. Some guys like it more than others, right? But at the end, I think everybody understands that this platform is unique, right? And the impact that we have in people is real, man. It's real. And for him to go on a weekly basis when he's here in Boston, him and his wife, they embrace it, they love it. And I think that's what makes this very special. We're led, by our foundation is the best in sports, and they know what it means. They know what it takes. And Nick, he's been killing it forever for a few years here.
How long did it take you as a player when you came here to understand that connection to this city?
You know what? Not the connection with the city, but what it means to people. When I got traded in 2005, the weekend before I get traded, I was with Cleveland playing Baltimore at Baltimore. There were 10,000 people in the stands, everybody rooting for the Orioles. The next weekend, I get traded on Thursday, gonna play there Friday. Walking around the hotel, it was a sea of red, man. It was amazing. Got to Camden Yards, there was a rain delay. Then I go out to stretch because I started that game, and there were like 45,000 people. They're all rooting for the Red Sox. I was like, oh, this is real. So, and then come here. My first experience here at Fenway was 2004 with the Red Sox, with the Dodgers, sorry, on a weekend. We faced Pedro, Sunday Night Baseball, when Sunday Night Baseball really meant something. It was Isturiz, Beltran, and myself with Sean Green sitting in that dugout, third base dugout. It was 8 o'clock. he finished warming up and he walked very slowly with tech. And this place was going nuts. We were like, oh boy, we're in trouble. But that's when I was like, man, this is real. This is real.
I think that everybody who faces Scooble right now feels that exact same way, and your brother's going to party now. I mean, they're in the playoffs. You said it when we were in Detroit. He had this feeling like it was the 95 Mariners. It really is starting to look that way.
Yeah. It felt good to call him yesterday and tell him how proud I am, because usually it's the other way around. Yeah. He's always giving me support and all that, but he saw it coming. He did, and I FaceTimed with him right after our game. And he was just sitting there kind of like taking it all in. He's like, I don't know how we did it, to be honest with you. I'm like, no, you guys pitch. And they're in a good spot now. They don't have to use Scooble until game 1 of whoever, is it Baltimore or Houston. And we were just talking about the format, and this is something that, is interesting, right? Like, the team with the best record is not getting rewarded, right? Because if they advance, or let's say Baltimore, Burns or Scooble can pitch game 2 and 5 of the ALDS, because it's only a 3-game series, and then you get the off day. So it's interesting, man. But just look at them. They're playing good defense. They're pitching. They're hitting the ball out of the ballpark, and we've seen it before, man. It's not the best team that wins. It's the one that is playing actually the best at the end. And right now, there's not a better baseball team than Detroit.
It's a really interesting point. Do you think the fix is that? I mean, I know there's TV involved, there's players' union, and all this stuff. Would it be to make that first round a 5-game series again?
I mean, or make it the 1 game again. Yeah. I think that game is the toughest game in baseball. Yeah. We lived it in 21, and going into the Yankees game, I was like, what do we do? Like, we know these guys, they know us. There's no, tactics, right? Like, Booney knows everything that we're going to do. We know everything that they're going to do. It takes a big swing by the shortstop and a great outing by the starter and another big swing by the DH.
That shortstop's about to go to the playoffs again, too. 2 more quick ones for you, Alex. It was really neat. We met Christian Campbell for the first time yesterday. I know you've been around him a little bit. The results that we see, all the videos, the numbers are ridiculous, but he kind of feels like he's got that it factor, doesn't he?
Yeah. There's a presence, and everybody gravitated to him yesterday, which is awesome. I'll talk to him in spring training or, during the off season. And like I told the other guys, there's no age limit in the big leagues, so keep working hard, get healthy, which is the most important thing, and be ready.
And lastly, Cutter, today for the last time, and obviously the home runs have been a problem for him, but I bet in almost every other way, when you broke camp, you would have signed up for the season he's given you.
100%. And, you know the numbers, the stats. I think with time, that whip is going to play. If you look at the guys around him in that stat, are the best of the best. He doesn't walk people. He doesn't give up too many hits. The damage is it's pushing that ERA to be where it's at. But I think with time, we're going to calibrate that. We know that we have to be better where we go with the 4-seamer. We have to be better with the split location. And if we accomplish that during the offseason, he's going to be good.
Well, thanks so much. Enjoy one last Saturday at Fenway.
Think you will.
We will. Again, Alex Cora and Will Fleming there. It's a great point by Alex, too, about Cutter Crawford. Like, he doesn't give up a home run. He doesn't walk a single guy. Last week against Minnesota, he goes 7 2/3 and allows 3 total runs into the 8th inning for the first time this season. And Red Sox would take that today against the Tampa Bay Rays. Again, you can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Come back, dive into the playoff race. NL Rookie of the Year might have shifted today. Get into that. And then your lineups and first pitch on the last Saturday of the year right here at Fenway Park. I'm Cooper Boardman. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
We're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
What if I told you that there was a single management software that could handle your CRM, accounting, manufacturing, marketing, inventory, sales, and everything in between for a fraction of the cost of the dozens of disconnected platforms most companies rely on to manage their business? Sounds pretty good, right? Well, that's Odoo. Odoo is the end-all be-all for any business of any size, and it's ready to help your company reach the next level and beyond. Learn more at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Well, I'm Phil Sims. I played pro football for 15 years. Enjoyed all of it. You know, ups and downs, no doubt. Injuries were part of it for sure for me. When I found Balance of Nature, I said, let me try it. Take it every morning and every afternoon, and it makes me feel happy. I can't say enough good things about it.
Go to balanceofnature.com and get 35% off with your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code
Phil.
617-777-7777. If you've been hurt in a car crash or on the job, Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers has been winning big for clients for over 29 years. Call today for a free consultation. 617-777-7777.
Arbella Insurance has been serving the New England community for over 35 years. Being your neighbor helps Arbella provide you the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for New England, here for good.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
It's so much fun when I'm driving with you. Everywhere we go, everything that we do. Yeah, it's fun when I'm driving with you.
Drive away in the trusted all-wheel drive 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. Buy with 2.9% financing or lease for just $299 per month during the Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
There are giants among us. They're the men and women building and sustaining our Navy's next generation submarines. If you're ready to go big, get on board. We build giants at buildsubmarines.com.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Saturday at Fenway, Red Sox and Rays, as we welcome you back on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Cooper Boardman here. Ford Clubhouse Studios, looking out at Lansdowne right now. People coming in here for the last Saturday of the season. Game 161. Red Sox at 80 and 80. The Rays at 79 and 81. All right, let's get you what's going on playoff-wise here for the other teams in baseball and the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's so much happening here. We know the American League wild card teams who are in the Royals and the Tigers, along with the Baltimore Orioles. Royals play the Braves later on tonight at 7:20. Tigers and White Sox are in the second inning of a scoreless game in Detroit. But again, those two teams can shuffle, so you could end up with Tigers-Orioles, you could end up with Royals-Orioles, you could end up with that combination against Houston as well in that AL wild card series. Mariners, Twins, and of course the Red Sox all eliminated there. The National League is it's spicy. Braves and Mets and Diamondbacks all in this virtual tie. The issue is, of course, is that Atlanta and New York have to play each other on Monday in a doubleheader if the games carry any meaning. Right now, they're all just looking at each other. Again, Braves have the Royals tonight. Mets play a 7:15 first pitch against Milwaukee, who they could easily see in that series, in the NL Wildcard Series. And then Padres and Diamondbacks play at 8:10 tonight. As it heats up, these next 48 hours, or really 72 as we get to Monday, will tell the story of who is going to be in the postseason in Major League Baseball. So there you go, your Subaru of New England scoreboard update. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Red Sox and Rays on this last Saturday at Fenway. Cutter Crawford goes for the Red Sox against a young right-hander Shane Baz. We know Cutter's going to go today. Tanner Houck conceivably was going to maybe get the start tomorrow. It looks like, and again, it's not all confirmed, but Quinn Priester is in the building right now up from AAA. And I think there's, you believe that there's a pretty good chance he's going to make his Red Sox debut. If Tanner doesn't start, he's in the hot tub. The injury update presented by New England Spas. Just a rest. Create your own home paradise with the soothing new hot tub, swim spa, sauna, or even cold plunge from New England Spas, the home relaxation specialists. Visit New England Spas in Natick, Norwell, Auburn, and now open in Warwick online at nespas.com. Red Sox will have Crawford on the mound in this game and go with this lineup after, again, one run last night. Jarren Duran leads off and plays center field once again. I think we'll say that, well, I just said it once, so one more time tomorrow, the final game of the year for Jarren. Trevor Story right behind him in the 2 spot and playing shortstop. Tristan Casas has taken over that spot as number 3 in the lineup. He plays first right behind Story, and then Tyler O'Neill batting cleanup and playing left field. Tyler was out. It's Fan Appreciation Day, so fans were standing on the warning track and getting autographs and pictures and stuff, and Tyler was not wearing sleeves because, that's what he does. He bats cleanup. Mickey Gasper gets a start. He's in the 5 spot and plays as the designated hitter. Romy Gonzalez takes over, or continues to, with no Rafi, to play third. He bats 6th. Wilyer Abreu bats 7th and plays right field. Danny Jansen is the battery mate of Cutter Crawford, the catcher, batting 8th. And Vaughn Grissom, who has hit very quietly, very, very well since coming back up from AAA, he bats 9th and plays 2nd. Vaughn is hitting .389 in the month of September for the Red Sox. And again, they go against Shane Baz, who saw the Red Sox just under 2 weeks ago. And when the Red Sox saw him, well, they didn't really see him. He went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and really made one big mistake, and it was a hanging curveball and a home run to Tristan Casas, trying to change all of that today against the Tampa Bay Rays. Quickly, let's take 10 seconds and pause for station identification on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
That's it for us today on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox and Rays, the last Saturday of 2024 at Fenway Park. Cutter Crawford goes against Shane Baz. Big thanks to Zach Koback inside the studio. Cooper Boardman here. Joe Castiglione, the Hall of Famer. Will Fleming will have the call when we come back. Red Sox and Rays comes your way next right here on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A54 5G when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Calling all college students. Want to save an extra 5% every time you shop for groceries? Shaw's student discount offer is for you. Just sign up to be a Shaw's For You member at shaws.com/foryou and follow the directions for easy verification of your college email address. If you're already a Shaw's For You member, go to your account profile and preferences in the app and click on Discount Programs to start the easy verification process. Then make sure to clip your monthly 5% off coupon and enjoy the extra savings every time you shop at Shaw's.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Well, I'm Phil Sims. I played pro football for 15 years. People always ask me, what am I doing now? And
I've been teaching kids and trying to help them throw the football better. The confidence I can see in them, that's what makes it all worthwhile.
And taking Balance of Nature makes me feel happy and just living a good life.
Go to balanceofnature.com and get 35% off with your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code
Phil.
Isn't it comforting knowing that your HVAC experts is local? Maine Air Comfort is a leading heating and air conditioning service, providing dedicated, exceptional services for the residential properties in southern Maine. This locally owned team is highly skilled with professional technicians, committed to achieving excellence in whatever they do in their local customers' lives that live right down the street. See more about Maine Air Comfort at MaineAirComfort.com. That's MaineAirComfort.com.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching.
Does this have peanuts?
To waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions!
Red Sox Baseball.
And it is gone! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years!
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Holy cow!
110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Arbella, gear for baseball fans, here for good. Brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Visit www.azekexteriors.com. Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the Boston Red Sox.
And it's gone!
Citgo. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Sponsored by DigSafe. Call 811 before you dig or visit digsafe.com. Drains by James. Eastern Massachusetts leader in drain cleaning and pipelining.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Cars for kids. Old car giving you problems? Why not donate it? Call 1-877-CARS-4KIDS today. Northern Bank. New England Ford. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Looking up! Grand slam!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. The Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program helps you manage and grow your paint business. Sponsored by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com. Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Swinging a drive to left field. There are a couple runs. Way gone.
Subaru of New England. Love spring in the all-wheel drive 2024 Subaru Forester. Verizon, the network Boston relies on.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Joe Castiglione and Will Fleming.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park for game number 161, the penultimate game of this season, as the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays go at it. Red Sox have to win today and tomorrow to have a winning season for the first time since 2021. A split would leave them at 500. If they lose both, they will finish with a losing record for the third straight year. Beautiful day for baseball. Bright sunshine, temperature in the upper 60s as the Red Sox go at it today with Cutter Crawford making his final start of the season. He's pitched very well of late. And Shane Baz, who was very good against the Red Sox at the Trop recently, hits the ball for Tampa Bay. Bill Fleming has the starting lineups, national anthem, and a lot more.
Yeah, looking forward to kind of the last normal one, Joe. Tomorrow's going to be absolute chaos in the booth, so I'm gonna soak this one in. 42 years ago, did you ever think on a Saturday afternoon you'd look out at Fenway and see the Red Sox in yellow jerseys?
No, that's something new, but they've been good. 35 and 13 overall wearing them.
That's pretty awesome. By the way, I may stop from the national anthem and take a bite of one of these cannolis that David Pomeranz bought. That is,
and other pastries too.
Man.
Eclairs.
Looks
Mustard.
awesome. We will avail ourselves as the afternoon goes on. But first, the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, helping to build stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers. Because at BuildSubmarines.com, we build giants because it takes one to build one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And a spectacular Saturday afternoon at Fenway Park. Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays, the penultimate game of the 2024 season. Sox have a chance to finish above 500, below it, or right on the number. 2 games to go, and for the 24th time, they're right at 500. 80 wins, and 80 losses. There is still drama around all of baseball. The National League wild cards yet to be determined. The American League was settled last night with the Tigers and the Royals both clinching. We'll keep you in the loop on everything that's going on with the Mets and the Braves and the D-backs as we roll along today. But now time to turn our attention to the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. For the Rays, Yandy Diaz leads it off. He is today's designated hitter for Tampa. A little bit of a down offensive year for him, but always a threat from the right side. Diaz leads it off, and then Brendan Lau, one of the great left-handed hitters really ever against the Boston Red Sox. He has terrorized them. He's at second base, batting second. Junior Caminero is the third baseman. He bats third. Jonathan Aranda cleans up, and he's at first base. Christopher Morel is in left field. He bats in the 5-hole. Then Josh Lowe in right field bats sixth. Jose Siri in center field bats seventh. Ben Rortvedt catches and bats eighth. And the shortstop, Taylor Walls, switch hitter, bats ninth. They'll all see Cutter Crawford 9-15 with a 4.17 ERA. Tons of strikeouts, 169 this year for Cutter, but he has allowed the most home runs in all of Major League Baseball, 33 in 179 and a third innings. But he is in a great spot to make his final start here today. Looks like the Wakefield kids are here today in the Red Sox dugout on the first base side. See Trev walking down the steps there past Andy Fox. Of course, Red Sox have done such a beautiful job honoring the legacy of Tim and Stacy. So many members of that 04 club have really stepped in to fill the void. For the Red Sox, Jarren Duran leads it off, his signature season. 2 more to go. He's in center field, leading the league in doubles and triples. He leads it off ahead of Trevor Story, who's had a really nice close to the season. Shortstop bats second. Then Casas, the first baseman, bats third. Tyler O'Neill is the cleanup hitter. He bats fourth, and he's in left field. Then Mickey Gasper is the DH. You love to see that. The Red Sox just dying to get Gasper that elusive first major league hit. He bats fifth, ahead of Romy Gonzalez, who's at third base, batting sixth. Wilyer Abreu in right field bats seventh. Danny Jansen, the catcher, bats eighth. And Vaughn Grissom is the second baseman, and he bats ninth. So to begin the ball game anyway, no Wong, no Cedon Rafael. The Red Sox do have a pretty full bench here today. Rafaela Wong, Yoshida, Valdez, and Sogard, as the Red Sox look to get back above 500 for one final time here this season. Bill Miller is the home plate umpire and crew chief. Doug Eddings at first base, Chad Whitson at second, and Brian Walsh is in the rocking chair at third. Red Sox just about ready to take the field. Cutter Crawford in the Yellow City Connect jerseys. This is the last time they'll wear them in this capacity, although because they like them so much and they've been such a success, these yellow unis will stay in the rotation, but new City Connect uniforms are coming next season. Told you that it has just gotten crazy in the wild card race in the National League. That's about the only thing that is yet to be settled in the playoffs. The Yankees, Guardians, and Astros have clinched the divisions in the American League. Orioles, Tigers, and Royals, all 3 wild cards. There is some possibility that the Tigers and Royals will flip-flop in seeding, and that maybe that'll alter who goes to Baltimore to play that series and who heads to Houston to play the Astros. Also, the Guardians have played 1 game fewer than the New York Yankees, and that, of course, that win total is the tiebreaker for home field advantage throughout the American League playoffs. That's still very much up for grabs. Meantime, the Dodgers are the NL West champions. Phillies have won the East, and the Brewers long ago clinched the National League Central. Padres are in, and then it's a 3-way tie. Braves, Mets, and Diamondbacks. D-backs have played 2 more games because of the hurricane that washed out the Mets and the Braves. There is a scenario in which the D-backs are eliminated this weekend if the Mets and the Braves both win their next 2 games, and they're at 89, and the D-backs don't win both of theirs. If they're at 88 or 89, they're out because the Mets and Braves both have the tiebreaker over Arizona. So that might mean they could avoid that Monday doubleheader between those teams. For now, though, all eyes here at Fenway Park. The Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Danny Jansen about to throw it down to second base. We got some engineering to do. We got to get the crowd mic out onto the ledge. We got to get the televisions on. Second to last game of the season. And we are just about ready to go. Here's Yandy Diaz, Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Just about ready to go. And for the play-by-play, here's the Hall of Famer, Joe Castiglione.
Thank you very much, Will Fleming. First pitch is a fastball high to Yandy Diaz, hitting at 280 with 14 homers. 71 degrees. Beautiful 411 first pitch, and the delivery to Diaz is taken high. Brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman. 2-0 the count to Diaz. Struck out a couple of times last night. Crawford's pitch is high. Crawford is now tied for the league lead in starts. This is his 33rd. And he leads in home runs, as Will documented, with 33. Also, he's been pretty good. 227 average against him. There's a strike. So the contact is loud. It leaves the yard, but it's infrequent. 3 balls and a strike to Diaz. Cutter delivers home, and a swing and a high fly down the right field line. Shallow, long run for the first baseman. The wind pushes it foul, and no chance for Casas. He got all turned around on it. That looked like Walden was going to stay along the foul line. The wind pushed it really foul toward the first base seats. So it's a 3-2 count to Yandy Diaz. Red Sox committed 80 and 80. Tampa Bay 1 game behind, 79 and 81. They could not have a winning season, of course, but they could finish at 500. Diaz with the fluorescent green shoes. Crawford's 3-2 pitch coming, and a dribbler foul off the end of the bat to the right.
Not the same green as your sweater shirt combo today.
Yeah, this is lime. This is shinier. 3-2. And the next pitch is outside. Now the 7th pitch at bat. Diaz takes a lead-off walk. That brings up Brandon Lau at 239 with 21 homers. He's knocked in 58. Leadoff man aboard, and they have Caminero on deck. The Rays are the second lowest scoring team in the league. They're also second at the bottom in home runs with 146. That's low. And they're 12th in hitting, only 230 as a team. They've been offensively challenged much of the season. 1-0 delivery, and it's taken high. Jeffrey Glassman injury lawyers at 617-777-7777. Short lead for Diaz. He doesn't run a lot. Casas holding him on. Here it is, and a swing and a hard shot foul past the Red Sox dugout over by the photographer as well. Our good friend David Pomerantz is down there. Hope he didn't get drilled. From the Hebrew home, and we're Spring Health, taking some photos. For every double the Red Sox hit, we donate $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you by the Mass Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org. Ground ball hit weakly to second. Here's the throw. And did he stay on the bag? No, he's off the bag, and everybody's safe. Grissom fired it to Story and pulled him off the bag. I thought he was going to just take the out at first. 4-3, wasn't hit very hard. He had a long throw to second base.
I think he's out. I think they missed that call. I'm really surprised the Red Sox are not looking. They're taking too long. That I don't know what's going on there. The Red Sox have had a great video room this year. I thought his foot was on the bag when the ball hit the glove. That's surprising to me. Maybe it was just like a breakdown in communication. I thought he was definitely out.
Well, there's no challenge. I'm surprised. Because they looked at it. Safe on both ends, so that'd be an E4.
I'm with you. I thought he was going to go to first all the way.
Would have been the right play, I think. Junior Caminero up. Former top prospect. Swing strike. He's still a top prospect, but he was ranked #1 in the minor leagues until he was called up, and then Roman Anthony replaced him there. 2 on, nobody out to pitch, and he waves weakly to pitch a foot outside. A hard sweeper. So it's 1-2 to Caminero. A walk and an error. Here's the pitch, and he takes low and away. Missed with a breaking ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Crawford ready to get out of a jam here. And a ground ball hit weakly, third base side. There's going to be trouble. Barehanded by Gonzalez. Throws on the move. What a play. Romy got the out. The runners advanced to second and third, but that was outstanding. When it left the bat, it looked like it'd be a bases loaded, nobody out situation, but Romy with a bare hand stab and an off-balance throw got him. Very good play after the error, so second and third. And here's Aranda, sitting at 240 with 6 homers, 13 RBIs. Going to be joined very shortly by Rich Hill in the booth. Breaking ball down and in ball 1. Just here with his son Bryce. He's going to be pitching again in November. He'll tell us all about it.
He can't quit it.
Worldwide. Here's the pitch home, and it's up and away. The infield is in the first inning. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch home. Taken high. Check our league leaders who are circling the drain, presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader, residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. Here comes the delivery, and it's up and in. So that loads him up. All this without a hit. A walk and error, and now another walk. And it brings up Christopher Morel, the left fielder, at 194, 21 home runs for this right-hand batter, and a meeting on the mound. Looks like the batting title will go to Bobby Witt, 332, 6 points ahead of Vlad Guerrero, 326. Can't make up that in 1 or 2 days with the number of at-bats people have had. Aaron Judge third at 325. Judge clearly win the home run crown, 58. Santander second with 44. Judge 144 RBIs. Second, Jose Ramirez 115. All right, here's the pitch home and a foul to the right out of play by Morel.
Crazy. What a year. I mean, Judge is going to win the MVP with a historically great season. And Ramirez on the brink of a 40-40 season with 115 runs batted in and kind of an afterthought.
In the National League, Ohtani has an outside shot at the batting title. Outside, he's going to win the home run and RBI. He's 5 points behind Arise going into the final 2 days. That's tough to make up.
Yes, because it seems impossible for Arise to just go 0 for 2 days.
1-1. The pitch of the right-hand batter swung on, hit in the air to center field. Shallow. Durant coming hard. Out goes the second baseman, and it's caught by Grissom. Fires into the cutoff spot at the mound. Cut off there by Casas. And Crawford has a great chance to get out of this bases-loaded situation. Grissom went a long way for that. So 2 down, and here is Josh Lowe at the big blow last night, a double off the wall. Lowe hitting .241 with 10 homers, only 32 RBIs. Crawford about to throw his 23rd pitch, and a chopper foul. He's only thrown 12 strikes now. Now 0-1 the count. And there's a strike. So he's one strike away from escaping this mess. Partly his own doing with the 2 walks, but an error in between. Here's the pitch home. And a swing and a high fly, twisting foul, third base side out of play. Hey, Tony Armas is in the ballpark.
He is.
He comes up to visit us.
I heard Derek Lowe is here. Pedro was here before the game.
And Rich Hill's going to join us very shortly. We'll do some analysis, but also tell us about his pitching plans for this fall. Here's the 0-2. And a line drive foul. Almost got the first base coach. Ooh, that was close.
You mean other than how he's got to shut his garage door so his neighbors don't hear him using 4-letter words? Is that?
Oh, he's a mild-mannered guy.
He is.
Here with his son Bryce. They're happy about Michigan's win over Minnesota, though it was closer than expected. And the 0-2 is a breaking ball. Strike 3. Escaped the jam. 27 pitches, but down they go after half an inning. It's Tampa Bay nothing. Red Sox coming up with the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What do car dealers and grocery stores have in common? They both try to avoid aged inventory. At grocery stores, that means brown bananas cost less. At Matthews Nissan of Wellesley, it means you can save over $4,000 off select 2024 Nissan Rogues. We keep our inventory fresh and offer deep discounts on our oldest inventory, with over 10 new Rogues discounted more than $4,000 off MSRP. The even better news? Unlike bananas, our aged inventory doesn't turn brown. Save on our aged inventory, get our upfront lowest one price on every vehicle, and get Matthews Rewards Plus to save up to $5,000 off your next vehicle. The new Matthews Nissan, Route 9 in Wellesley, or online at MatthewsNissanofWellesley.com. Matthews means more. Every day, every way.
Now through Thursday at Shaw's and Star Market, pick up value-packed beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher block, or get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms round turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon Limit 2. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Aaron Durant capping a great season, leading off here. And he takes high ball one from Shane Baz, who beat the Red Sox 10 days ago down at the Trop. His kid's been very good, 3-1 this month with a 1.95 ERA, after spending most of the year on the injured list. Right-hander fires, and a swing and a high pop-up. Playable perhaps down the left field line. Third baseman, shortstop, left fielder converge. And it is caught in fair territory by Caminero, I believe, the third baseman. He did, yeah.
What a play that was. I mean, that could have bounced in for another double.
Go down the line and maybe over the head catch. So one down for Trevor Story, who's at 242 with 2 home runs.
Dude, Baz has been awesome, as if that trade for Chris Archer needed to be any more one-sided.
They picked the Pirates' pockets on that. Story takes it away, ball 1. The season series is 6-5 Tampa Bay. Red Sox haven't beaten them in a season series since 18. Very dominant up and in. In fact, since 19, the Red Sox are 32-59 against Tampa Bay. certainly one-sided. Here's the 2-0 pitch coming to Trevor. And it's up and away. So Boz is falling behind 3-0. Red Sox hoping to finish with a winning record. But they have to win today and tomorrow. Boz delivers home. And he walked him, missed up and away, a 4-pitch walk.
I think one of the the layers of disappointment for the Red Sox this year, Joe, is that it's easy to forget that the Orioles are without Wells, Bradish, Rodriguez, Means, and others. The Rays are without some guy named Shane McClanahan and Springs, and they were without Rasmussen for a long time. I mean, these teams were down in the pitching department, and even still in kind of a down American League, the Red Sox couldn't get it across the line.
There's a call strike to Casas, who's at 240 with 12 homers.
In other words, the division is once again next year going to be loaded.
Yeah, people get healthy. I mean, I think the Orioles would have won the division if they stayed healthy. Deep lineup. And they had strong pitching. Throw to first when it dies back safely. Late innings were a problem. But they'll get their closer back next year.
I worry about them making big expenditures in the offseason, too, with that new ownership group.
Yeah, I mean, that owner, David Rubenstein, wants to win. And he spends. The runner is picked off. Here's the throw to first, down to second, and Story left too soon. He's tagged out by the shortstop. 1-3-6. I don't see that quite as often with a right-hander pitching, but Trevor left too soon. So he runs into an out. Goes into the books as a caught stealing. One 3-6 on the caught stealing. 0-1. And the pitch home, big swing and a miss.
When we were in St. Pete, these two faced off, and Tristan hit a big home run off of Boz, because before the game, Pete Fatsi told him, look for the curveball at the top of the zone. He'll leave one up there for you, and sure enough, he got one and launched it.
Oh, 2 with 2 out. Nobody on in the first inning. Check the Subaru New England scoreboard. All-wheel drive going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer. And that is low. Game that really doesn't matter. The Pirates beat the Yankees for the second day in a row, 9-4. White Sox trying to avoid loss number 122 of a 1-0 lead in the third at Detroit. Games later. Here's the 1-2, and he swings and grounds a foul around the batter's box. And the game few of you are interested in. The Penn Quakers beat Colgate 27-17. That hurts. At least they beat Cornell last week. Breaking ball high.
They beat the Quakers.
Yes. Hate to lose to the Ivies.
You were dialed in, though. I mean, you had it streaming on your phone like always. I like it. A denial of reality in this case is a healthy thing.
Here's the 2-2, and he grounds a foul toward the backstop.
My alma mater was thinking about getting stomped by Clemson today. I'm not sure that the weather is going to allow that game to happen, but
it's at Clemson then.
Yeah, that was a big win for BC, though. Not the quarterback.
Got down 20-7, rallying for a 21-20 win over Western Kentucky. 2-2. Just a little bit low. Bill Miller is the home plate umpire, a veteran. Stanford at Clemson still on the schedule.
Unfortunately.
He had a big win over Syracuse last week. There's a swing and a drive to left field, high and deep, back by the wall, and this ball is gone into the monster seats. Home run, Tristan Casas, his 13th, his 31st RBI, and it's 1-0 Red Sox. So he takes Boz deep for the second time this season. Well, that was ever so high. Tristan, who took a very close pitch, the previous one, goes deep. He's now 2 for 3 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. As he hits one deep into the monster seats.
Well, these last couple weeks, he has given Red Sox fans reminders of what he can be and what they missed all year.
Number 13, here's O'Neill trying to break an 0 for 24. He takes a strike. Tyler 240 with 31 homers, 61 knocked in. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Swing a high, pop-up, foul, first base side out of play.
Red Sox have gone back-to-back 9 times this year, and O'Neill's been part of 5 of those.
Twice in one game with Rob Refsnyder.
That's incredible. Only the 24th time in baseball history that had happened.
Ever so high. Here's an 0-2, and he swings and fouls one back this way, just above Kevin Youkilis and Dave O'Brien.
Those are the good ones.
Uke was looking for it. That was hit hard.
Yeah. Red nails today for Casas. I'm so mad we didn't get that done with you because of his injury.
Oh, painting my nails,
Yeah.
yeah. If he hits 30 next year, I'll do it.
Exactly. We'll bring you back.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He waved it a slider down and away to retire the side, but the Red Sox score on the blast by Casas, 1-0 on the Shaw Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Listen, you don't think about life insurance until you need it. When we bought our house, we got life insurance from SBLI. I knew the mortgage payments would be too high if something happened to me. When you have a baby, get married, or buy your first house, you'll need life insurance. SBLI has great customer service and affordable rates. So, when it is time to think about life insurance, think SBLI.
SBLI. Call 888-GET-SBLI.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in. Like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
In Connecticut, visit F&W Equipment in Orange, MB Tractor and Equipment in South Windsor, or RNS Rentals and Sales in Torrington.
And the pitch. Got him! That sweeper again.
The sweeper's been devastating tonight.
When life gives you a sweeper, hit a grand slam. Enter MassMutual's Grand Slam giveaway, the sweepstakes for Red Sox fanatics. It's your chance to win a player meet and greet, Devers signed gear, and more. For rules and entry, visit massmutual.com/Red Sox. MassMutual, official partner of the Red Sox. No purchase necessary. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus ends 5 p.m. Eastern on 9/30. Grand prize entry period only through 11:59 p.m. Eastern on 7/31/2024. Sponsored by MassMutual.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
1-0 Red Sox in the second inning on a Tristan Casas homer. Here's Jose Siri, 188 with 18 home runs, facing Cutter Crawford. And the first pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Welcome Rich Hill, who had 4 stints with the Red Sox, played for 12 other major league clubs and 2 additional organizations. Great to see you, Rich.
Joe, thank you. Thank you for having me on. Will, thank you.
I was going to say, what am I, chopped liver? I mean, I know we're here celebrating Joe, but come on.
That was right behind. You were right behind. Thank you so much, guys, for having me up here. What an amazing view.
It works.
Better as
beautiful.
A pitch comm issue, it appears.
Different than being on the mound, huh?
Yeah. Tell you what, this is. I don't know. By being out there on the mound is unbelievable, and obviously, in my opinion, you can't beat it. But up here, this is pretty special. So this is beautiful.
Tell us about pitching this fall.
Yeah, it was obviously a great experience to be able to work my way back to the big leagues and get the opportunity to put on a Red Sox uniform and come out here and play, at the best ballpark in the league, in my opinion. And the amount of work that went into it and getting that opportunity again was something that, putting in that time and effort, I was grateful for. So, but to really, the other side of it being at home and for the summer and helping coach our son Bryce's Little League team was extremely special.
Bryce is here with you, and an athlete he is. Football, basketball, baseball. All right, here's the pitch as he gets a new pitch count. It's high, but you'll be pitching for Team USA.
Yeah, Dave Wallace and LaTroy Hawkins actually called me the other day and asked me if I was interested, and I said absolutely. So very excited.
There's a drive, pull foul, third base side.
I think the Velcro on Cutter's belt malfunction. I've not noticed that he's had the pitcher version of PitchCom on his belt before. Maybe he's trying out, calling his own pitches. He's got it to the right of his belt buckle, and that's what Jason Varitek was fiddling with.
And a wave and a miss. Down he goes, tagged by the catcher. Did you like PitchCom?
Yeah, I do like PitchCom. I think it, over the last couple of years, it's obviously something that everybody's become more comfortable with. It's a really nice breaking ball by Cutter right there, down in the zone, getting the swing over it. It's where it depends on where you want it. Some guys you see, guys like Max Scherzer put it on their glove. You see multiple guys put it on their belt. You just have to become comfortable with where the buttons are so you know which ones you're pressing.
Here's Rortvat, the catcher. He grounds it to second. Grab there, a little stumble by Grissom, but he throws him out. So you actually hear it, or you look at see a light?
Yeah, I mean, you just want to know, obviously where the buttons are and the availability of getting to it as quick as possible. It depends on what type of pitcher you are. If you're somebody who likes to work quick, and I think with the pitch clock right now, everybody, obviously is at an accelerated pace, and that's been a good thing for the game.
Taylor Walls hits a fly ball to center field. A lot of first ball swinging. It's going to be a very quick inning. 1, 2, 3, 5 pitches after he threw 27 in the first. So 1-0 Red Sox in the Shaw Star Market WEI Red Sox Network.
Gain the skills to lead, motivate, and inspire at Babson College, ranked the #1 graduate school in entrepreneurship for 31 years by U.S. News & World Report, and the second best college in the United States by the Wall Street Journal. Come explore Babson's full-time in-person programs and part-time in-person and online programs at Babson's Graduate Virtual Open House on October 9th. All attendees will receive an application fee waiver up to $100. Register at babson.edu/gradopenhouse.
Once again this year, Chick-fil-A is honoring our community heroes, and they're upping the ante by honoring someone every week for the entire baseball season. If there's someone in your town or your city who deserves recognition, nominate them at thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes. Maybe it's someone who goes above and beyond through acts of kindness or performed a selfless act of courage, or is just known in general for uplifting your community. The Chick-fil-A Community Hero Award, thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
Is your morning routine kind of like being in a video game?
Here we go!
You wake up, try to get a workout in, shower, shave, where's my makeup? I'm negotiating the Tobin Bridge and Southeast Expressway every day. Yeah. If you can't find the time, you may be able to find some money when you enter your name at findmassmoney.gov. That could be you with unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, refund from a utility bill. It may be another thing to do, but it only takes 30 seconds to search your name at findmassmoney.gov.
Step up to the plate this season with Herb Chambers. We offer the largest selection of cars, trucks, EVs, and SUVs in New England. With 35 brands and so many convenient locations, finding your next vehicle at Herb Chambers is a real game changer.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
There's Mickey Gasperly for his first Major League hit. His parents are here, and the pitch is in there for a strike.
Today's the day, Joe. Let's get it for him. What do you think?
That would be great.
0 for 12. I told him I wanted him to get the hit. I want to call it before he retires. Number 77. Switch hitter from New Hampshire. And the 0-1 pitch is a strike. Oh, he's been so many strikes.
Last time we were here, before he went back down, he had 3 line drives were caught in left because of the monster. So maybe that's the ticket today.
Now he's behind 0-2.
I was just going to say that. He put a lot of balls on the screws. Hard hit outs.
He's choking up a little bit from the left side. He is a switch hitter out of Bryant University, and he takes up and away.
Well, here's the deal, Joe. Because I think it is fitting, these are your last 2 games in a full-time capacity. Well, every time Mickey hits today and tomorrow, you're doing it. Right? He deserves that soundtrack for his first hit.
Yeah, he said he fell asleep listening to me over the years. So. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and Mickey takes inside and low.
This is one of the real kind of mini stories for the next 2 days. I think everyone in that dugout would love to see Mickey get that first one.
He's really well liked.
Great guy, incredible in the clubhouse.
Sweet mustache.
Doesn't hurt.
And his Sicilian heritage. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side, right at Caminero, though he throws to first for the out. Now, he's going to get some more.
I get a little excited right there. I thought that was going to be the infield
Find some
hit.
eyes.
Yeah, just the 18 hopper to shift it over infield.
You would have loved that if you'd been on the mound for that.
Yeah, that was the first hit off Doug Davis in Milwaukee. First time I struck out, I came back to the bench. Glennon Rush, I used Glennon Rush's bat, and he said, "Hey, next time try swinging it," because I struck out the first time. Second time, I got up, hit a 20 hopper to short.
Beat it out?
No, I hit a ground ball to short and I was so fast when I was a rookie, I was able to beat it out.
Fouled out of play, strike one.
Do you like hitting?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I was actually talking to Uke in the food room, and he was saying, "Yeah, you enjoyed hitting." I was like, "Yeah, I thought I could hit." You come up to the big leagues.
There's a strike over the
different
inside
story.
edge.
Remember Eduardo Rodriguez? I've never seen a pitcher more overmatched in my life. Like, he had absolutely no chance to
and
get
no
a
desire.
hit. No.
I loved it. I loved getting in the box and being able to see,
There's the 0-2, and he waves it, a breaking ball away for strike 3. Did you ever come close to hitting one out?
Yeah, I hit the wall in Wrigley one time, and saw Jeff Francoeur in New York when they were covering the game. We were playing the Mets, and I said, "Do you remember throwing me out from right field at third base?" And it was the 7th inning. I just finished the 6th inning. We were up 3-0. Tried to stretch it into a triple, got thrown out.
Frenchie had a gun, though.
He had yeah.
Here's Abreu taking outside.
I overestimated my speed.
You just thought, this is my chance for a big league triple.
Yeah, I got to go for it. I probably dilly-dallied too long in the box admiring a long fly ball off of the wall.
The wind was blowing in. Take it high, would have gone 400 feet. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. That is Wrigley.
You hit the ivy.
I did. Yeah, I hit the ivy. I did. I got it. Mike Lowell. I think, we got to go back to the tape, but I think he hit a home run through the basket off of me, but a batting practice ball came out.
There's a drive hammer toward right center field, sinking fast, and it's trapped by the right fielder low. Made a nice effort, but came up a little bit short. Abreu holds it first. So Mikey took you deep?
So that's we got to go back to the tape, like I said. He hit a double off of the wall. I got credit for a double. But a batting practice ball came out through the ivy and kicked out, and I think the other ball got stuck. It went through the basket, got stuck.
Evelyn Hall right
was
there,
great.
downtown, right on Main Street, just off Main Street.
So on our way out of Cooperstown, we went to the Farming Museum, and we get to see the Templeton players put on a little performance.
Oh, really?
At the Farming Museum.
Really?
Myself, Caitlin, and Bryce, and when we got the the little playbill, it said Templeton players, and I said, we were just there, Templeton Hall.
Yeah, that's when you went back with the Little League team. They're on ball hit hard to third. Caminero has it, clips the second for the force. That retires the side. 1-0 Red Sox after 2 in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Now through Thursday at Shaw's and Star Market, pick up value-packed beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher block, or get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms round turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon Limit 2. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Allow us to introduce you to the Ford truck built for New Englanders like you. The New England Edition F-150. Made with luxurious style, top-notch technology, and built Ford tough capability. Now you can get America's best-selling truck for 47 years for a great deal. To lease the New England Edition F-150 today, stop into your local New England Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com. Claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Red Sox review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
We move to the third inning. Rich Hill joining us, and for the play-by-play, here's Will Fleming.
Thank you, Joe. Trying not to get too emotional today. I was saving that for tomorrow's Yandy Diaz takes outside. Rich, I was telling Joe before the game that, in a lot of ways, this is kind of our last normal game together, because tomorrow is just going to be an absolute circus with Joe on the field before the game, family and friends, players coming in and out. 1-0. The pitch to Yandy is a strike on the outside corner. And, that's the kind of thing I've got to sort of suppress because of all the wonderful times we've had. And, I came into this booth for the first time in July of 2018. The 1-1 to Diaz is outside. And I know you felt this from a player's perspective. I want to ask you about that. But I immediately felt Joe's warm embrace and how little ego there was. There was never a competitive streak. He just made me feel so at home. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs. Cutter, and it's 3-1. So it's a little tough for me to think about saying goodbye,
You're a human being, and I think that's that's what this game is all about.
Cutter's got a 3-1 count to Yandy Diaz. The pitch is up and in, ball four. You have had such a long-standing relationship, Rich, with Joe. I mean, through triumph, through the worst possible tragedy. You drove back and forth in the same day to Cooperstown. That is not by accident. Can you tell our fans, from a player's perspective, what it's like to have a relationship with Joe?
No, I think, you hit it with as far as just that personal relationship about the human being and what it means to understand how difficult it is to play this game, but then on top of it, to be able to understand the other things that go on inside of or outside of the game as well, with family and coming to the ballpark every day with.
Brandon Lau fouls a pitch off on the first base side. This was a circus for Casas in the first, and here he's out of room. It hits the netting. And no play there. Tristan lost his hat there, 0-2 to Brandon Lau.
But, Joe, I've talked to so many people.
I'm telling you, man, these next 2 days are not going to be easy.
I know. Good luck.
How am I going to hold it in?
Yeah. But I mean, everybody said, the soundtrack of our generation and being able to,
right there with you, Rich. 0-2 pitch is outside. Plus, of course, but you're a local kid, so literally you heard him before you knew him.
Sure. Yeah, driving up from the Cape with my dad from Little League games and putting on the Red Sox after we played, whether it we just had the sandwich tournament with Bryce. So
1-2 pitch is rip foul.
Driving home and putting on the games and listening to last couple innings of a game, or being able to catch the game from the beginning and then picking it up on the TV when we get back home. So many people I've talked to and kind of who have come across best friends and other people, acquaintances, family, everybody.
1-2 is swung on a miss. Good splitter from Cutter.
Everybody is, said the same thing. And, Joe, you're going to be missed tremendously.
Well, thank you. We'll still get together, especially now that You have another residence close by.
Yeah, that's right.
on the
Yeah,
South
yeah.
Shore.
Lunch will be had and dinner. I'll have to cook. Don't judge.
Jan, leave the
take you up
cooking
on
to
that.
Jan, please.
Yeah.
There's Junior Caminero, right-handed hitter. That misses outside. One down in the top of the third, which is fueled by Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. 1-0 Red Sox on a booming Casas home run. Diaz at first. Rich Hill joins Joe and me on a beautiful Saturday Fenway afternoon. The 1-0 pitch is drilled high and deep to left field. Oh, my. Forget about it. Caminero launches one on the Lansdowne, and it is 2-1 Tampa.
There's a pitch that looked like it was just left a little bit over the middle.
That's been the Achilles heel for Cutter. If you eliminate the home runs, which is a big ask since that's the 34th he's allowed, he's had a great year. When you watch him pitch, I'm sure you've gone through periods like this in your career, how does he fix that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, and you're looking towards next year, and I think a lot of fans are sitting here and saying, okay, look, obviously there's no playoff picture in hand coming forward, but I had a year in 2007 where I gave up 30 home runs, and home runs aren't a terrible thing to give up as long as a majority of them are solo home runs, right? But each year is a different year.
Jonathan Aranda takes a strike on the outside corner.
So I think if you look at 2025 and you're going to say, well, he gave up 34 home runs or whatever it might be in 2024, not necessarily going to happen in 2025. You got to make sure that the compete is there.
0-1 is fouled off. And the interesting thing to me is there are a lot of factors that have gone into it this year with Cutter, and I think the overhauling of the Red Sox pitching philosophy, leaning so heavily on spin, and Cutter does spin it a lot, and on strike throwing, getting ahead, which both those things are good. As Cutter's ahead of Aranda 0-2, he delivers, and that's strike 3 called on the inside corner. Really perfect fastball. But I think as the season wore on, hitters started to hunt spin early in counts, and that led to a lot of his home runs.
Sure, and I think that everybody has their hands available to all of the data and what pitchers, what teams are doing what and what is the trends. The idea of pitching is keeping the hitters off balance.
Here's Christopher Morel. He takes a sweeper outside for ball 1.
So the more we can kind of implement that, the idea of being able to keep the hitters off balance and not so much on one pitch or your best pitch.
1-0 is popped up into shallow center field. Duran's got the shades on. He races in. Wind gets a hold of it, and Jaron will get there to make the play. And the inning is over, but a 2-run homer for Caminero. We go to the bottom of the third. Rays 2, Sox 1 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Network.
Listen, you don't think about life insurance until you need it. When my uncle passed away, life insurance from SBLI allowed my aunt to pay off her mortgage and bills. My parents had SBLI, my grandparents had it. We went to SBLI when the baby was born. But when you get married or buy your first house, you'll need life insurance. SBLI has great customer service and affordable rates. So when it is time to think about life insurance, think SBLI.
SBLI. Call 888-GET-SBLI.
Herb Chambers is throwing heat this season with an exceptional lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Offering 35 brands and thousands of vehicles, Herb Chambers offers you the most choices when looking for your next vehicle. Game on.
Johnson Paint is now a Rings End brand. We'll use our expertise to turn your inspiration into reality with Benjamin Moore's large selection of brilliant and durable paints and stains. We offer expert advice for both contractors and homeowners, like complimentary in-store color and design consultations. Johnson Paint is proud to be New England's largest Benjamin Moore retailer, with 31 convenient locations as well as online shopping. No matter how big or small your project, we'll make sure you have everything you need to do it right. With Benjamin Moore at Johnson Paint, your inspiration, our expertise.
Are you ready to escape the ordinary and dive into something extraordinary? Welcome to the United States Virgin Islands, where every moment is naturally in rhythm. Whether you're exploring the historic sites in St. Thomas, snorkeling in the crystal clear waters of St. John, or lounging on the pristine beaches of St. Croix, you'll find yourself swept away by the rhythm of our islands. So why wait? Start planning your escape today and visit usvi.com. The United States Virgin Islands, naturally in rhythm.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Vaughn Grissom leads it off in the bottom of the third inning. Tampa leading 2-1. Shane Baz is back on the mound, and Vaughn checks his swing on a fastball that came up and in on him for ball one. Grissom started to swing the bat really well these last few days, and season so lost to injury, where he found himself questioning himself for really the first time. The 1-0 is strike on the outside corner. And Rich, you were in this clubhouse for a little bit, and there's so many young players, and you were around when the offense kind of dried up, and there was a lot of swing and miss from these guys going through the fires for the first time. 1-1 to Grissom is a strike on the inside corner. You've been around so many different kinds of teams. What Red Sox fans, what's the expectation for the learning that will happen from these young guys going through it this year?
Well, I think that's the biggest thing is being able to gain a perspective and moving forward, and what that point is in the season.
1-2 misses outside.
To be able to see, not maybe going all the way back to the beginning, but understanding where you're going to move forward from that point and say, okay, it's not going all the way back to the foundation, but you're starting with
2-2 is strike three called on the inside corner, one away.
With a 100 at-bats into a season, okay, this is what happened. You mentioned with Vaughn, the injuries that happen, and a lot of times with injuries come mental struggle. I'm not using mental struggles as a bad kind of phrase, but it's very difficult to navigate through those waters. And when you have teammates like Trevor Story, those are guys that can help you get through those times.
He helped Sharon Duran a ton, who is in the box. He fouled it off on the third base side. I think, Rich, that this team undeniably would have been in the playoffs had Trevor been here all year. I really do.
Yeah, I totally agree. His leadership in the clubhouse, his ability to be able to lead by example, pull guys aside, talk to them individually.
0-1 is a ground ball up the middle. It scoots over the second base bag. Walls, the shortstop, has it. He throws to first, 2 down.
And be able to help them with whatever it is that they're struggling with, gain confidence, and be able to know that somebody who has that type of experience under his belt is in your corner, and you're trying to get all 26 guys on the same page to be pulling in the same direction and pulling for themselves as they would be pulling for other guys in the box or on the mound.
Well, here is Trevor with 2 down, the base is empty. 2-1 Tampa in the third. Trevor takes a ball outside. Trevor, it's sort of unfair, and it was especially once Xander moved on, to expect that he could take over fully in that leadership role as a relatively new player here. We talk so much about how the Red Sox and Boston is a star-driven market, as the 1-0 fastball is fouled off on the first base side, and it's 1-1. But you think about the great Red Sox teams, whether it's Mo Vaughn, whether it's Big Papi, whether it's Pedroia, whether it's Xander. That, to me, is a thing that this club is really looking for in spades.
Get comfortable, or they are comfortable in that position. They know that it's coming from, like I said, a good place. And it doesn't have anything to do with how they're doing on the field. It doesn't have anything to do with their batting average, their ERA, or how the season is going. It's just genuinely there to get the team better. And I played with a guy, Chase Utley, who was at the end of his career, and he didn't have a large role on the field, but boy, did he make a big difference inside the clubhouse.
2-2 is swung on and missed, and Story is gone. Baz has got 4 strikeouts through 3. The Rays lead the Red Sox 2-1 after 3 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $299 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequence is shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 9/30/24.
Hey Sox fans, take your game day experience to the next level. Whether a pretzel dog or sandwich,
sandwich, top them with Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the Boston Red Sox. Pick up Mike's Amazing at Stop and Shop and bring the Fenway experience home. Mike's Amazing. When it's on, it's on.
You hear that? That's the sound of your tailgate burgers on the grill. But win $10,000 in the 5-Hour Energy Tailgate Champ Sweepstakes, and instead of burgers grilling, it could be thick, juicy steaks. Listen. Completely different sound. Completely different. Kinda. Enter the 5-Hour Energy Tailgate Champ Sweepstakes for your chance to win $10,000. No purchase necessary. Go to 5hewin.com for rules and enter today. Ends October 31st, 2024.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Cutter Crawford back to the mound for the top of the fourth. Rays lead 2-1. Josh Lowe is leading it off from the left side with Romy in at third, and a curveball from Cutter misses high for ball one. This is going to be such a fun couple of days. Friends on mic and off. Jimmy's with us.
Yeah, James in the parking lot.
Our dear friend, security, parking extraordinaire. 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the screen. Jimmy's the most connected guy in the entire organization.
He knows what's going on,
if you need to know something, you got to ask him. He'll tell you.
Plus, he knew we had cannolis and Italian pastry from Neary's Bakery in Portchester, New York, courtesy of our friend David Pomerantz of the Hebrew Home.
1-1 strike. Cutter throws, and he misses upstairs with a cut fastball. 2-1. Two-run homer from Caminero after a solo blast from Tristan Casas. Both of them deep to left field. Those are the runs in the game. 2-1. Whose Cutter's already walked 3. He clips the outside corner with a cut fastball. 2-2. What are you seeing from him today?
Top corner. I think he looks great. I mean, like, he's been consistent. I love the way he competes. I know we talked about the home runs. That's really, something that could be looked at and analyzed in the offseason, obviously.
2-2 fouled off. Alex Cora made that point. They think they've found something, especially four-seam usage and location, that a lot of the damage has been done there.
Yeah, I think we talk about a lot of the, throwing your best pitch or using a breaking ball as many times as you can if that is your best pitch. But you have to set it up with your fastball. And Cutter's always had excellent fastball command. Sometimes a ball will leak over the middle of the plate.
2-2 check swing in the dirt. Did he go? No, he did not. The count is full.
Something that, it's out of your control. But the biggest thing that I saw when I was here and what I saw when I was here in 2022 is that his compete level is as high as it gets. And I love that. I mean, that's something that is infectious with the entire, 5 guys that are starting, and then also feeds into the bullpen.
3-2 pitch is outside, his 4th walk of the day. That's so unusual for him.
That pitch could have went either way.
It could have.
A great pitch.
And, wouldn't you say, Rich, in a lot of ways, like, that's your doctrine. Compete. Once you get on that's it. Real estate, it's you and the other guy. What do you have?
You can't control anything else that happens. And the other thing that I was talking to guys, we can't really explain what happens from the mound to the plate. When the ball leaves your hand, it's out of your control. But to have that intensity, that effort is,
Here's Jose Siri. He takes a ball outside of the Cutter.
It's something that has to be.
Yeah.
How do I put it? It's just something that's part of your repertoire. You can't. It's unshakable.
1-0. Runner started, then stopped, swinging a miss. They throw behind, but the tag from Casas a little bit late. So you've been here, and you've been all over baseball with all different pitching coaches, philosophies, systems. You were here. We weren't here for 7 months, but can you kind of wrap your hands around the Andrew Bailey sort of philosophy?
I love it. I played with Andrew, was able to work out with him in the offseason. Some ball low and away there. And, he's ultra positive. He's somebody who understands what it takes to compete and play at this level. So I think with that's a huge positive for the entire pitching staff.
Runner goes, and this shot ball is driven into center field. Duran started in. The runner doesn't see it. This is going to be a double play. Jaron makes the catch, throws to first, and Lowe is out on a 3-hopper from center. I don't know whether Lowe just didn't pick the ball up, didn't see the third base coach. He was caught totally unaware. It's an 8-3 double play, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, he was going first to third on that ball.
Wow. Big break for the Red Sox. I mean, he just stood on the bag and just looked around as if he had no clue where the ball was.
He did, and a good throw by Duran, just being able to keep the ball low and not try to do too much with it. And that's something that we were talking about before, seeing Durant come up in 22 and be around him this year. Two completely different guys for the most part, with the experience that he has under his belt.
Yeah, confidence breeds results. You can believe that. As a fastball to Ben Rortvedt misses outside for ball one.
Yeah, I truly believe that. That you go out here, you have some success, and that builds your confidence moving forward.
Jose Siri just now got back into the third base dugout. What an unbelievable showman he is, and not always in the best way. 1-0 to Rortvedt. 2 down in the fourth. Cutter throws, and a foul. And
it's hard to be a showman when you hit 188, isn't it?
And one of these days, he's going to drop one of those balls in center field. Just tries to catch them all sort of off his hip. Duran, the speed, the doubles, the triples, everything that he does with the bat are so amazing. But we saw glimpses of that. Like for a few years, that has been in there. Not quite at this level. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. But the defense, to me, is the most impressive stuff. There was so many moments that you'd wondered whether he would even be an average major league outfielder, and now he's one of the very best.
Sure, yeah. I think with being able to learn how to navigate Fenway Park, navigate the big leagues, and then kind of get those successes under your belt moving forward has gained him a lot of confidence. I think, what's interesting and exciting is the 190 hits that he has so far for the season. That's awesome.
It is. Maybe a push for 200 next year, and really, he cooled off in the early part of September, or he'd be right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rortvedt. Former Twin, the pitch, swing and a miss. He got him a cutter from Cutter. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Rays on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hope you're all enjoying this great classic rock. This is the music to get you going no matter what you need to do. And for the ones who get it done, Grainger offers high-quality supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product specialists who have the knowledge and experience to answer your toughest questions. Plus, their commitment to being your safety partner can help keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done while listening to classic rock.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Isn't it comforting knowing that your HVAC experts is local? Maine Air Comfort is a leading heating and air conditioning service, providing dedicated, exceptional services for the residential properties in southern Maine. This locally owned team is highly skilled with professional technicians, committed to achieving excellence in whatever they do, in their local customers' lives that live right down the street. See more about Maine Air Comfort at MaineAirComfort.com. That's MaineAirComfort.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tristan Casas, who homered his first time, leading it off in the bottom of the fourth on an absolutely gorgeous Saturday at Fenway. We will miss these days as Casas swings and misses. Rich Hill's with us, and we were talking about you driving home from the Cape with your dad, and so many of the messages that have poured in. I asked for them the last couple days. They have just come in by the thousands, and it is what makes baseball so special. I know you're experiencing this now with your son, Bryce Rich, and it is the thing that brought us all into this sport. I know Joe with his dad cheering for the Yankees, but the 0-1 pitch to Casas is a strike on the outside corner. But that's the
truth, even though he didn't have to go there.
So only a few more times to take jabs. No, but it's the connective tissue, right? And that's what I keep hearing from people, is that obviously they love hearing Joe's voice and listening to the great moments in Red Sox history. The 0-2 to Tristan is a ground ball to the right side. It is going to be easily handled over there at second by Lau. He flips the first one away. But it is that. It's not just the Red Sox moments. It's that people can close their eyes And remember being in the car or in the basement or on the back patio with mom and dad and their siblings and their grandparents, and it's the soundtrack to all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, as I said before, just so many friends, family. Caitlin said thank you for the memories, Joe.
Caitlin's very special.
One out. O'Neill takes a pitch inside for ball
We
one.
thought you went to Michigan because you went to Michigan, but you
No,
told me
no
it's because you wanted to be there with the Fab Five.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like these next couple of days, or today and tomorrow, are going to be the old meme where you cut the tape.
Exactly right. The 1-0 pitch to Tyler O'Neill is swung on a miss. It's going to be very hard.
Yeah.
Joe's unbelievable. Like when he announced his retirement in New York, totally stoic, no problem. Hall of Fame speech with everyone he's ever known in the seats. Yeah.
Ice water.
That's it. So 1-1 is drilled down the right field line, but fouled the pesky pole. And I do think, we're going to play a lot of Joe's big moments. Some today, a lot tomorrow. But there is some of that in the ability to stay in the moment. You hear all of these big moments, whether they clinch World Series, the Benintendi catch, Christian Vasquez in the playoffs, Manny launching off of K-Rod. The ability to stay in the moment, stay present, and just nail those big moments.
Right.
1-2 to O'Neill is inside. Did it hit him on the elbow? It did. He didn't look all that interested in getting out of the way, actually. He'll take it. Tying run is aboard with one down.
My mentor, Ken Coleman, taught me a lot about that. He was so good at big moments. And especially toward later in his career, he captured them so beautifully. You've all heard the Yastrzemski catch of the Billy Gore game.
All right, Joe, we made a deal. I'm a man of my word. It's Mickey. You're up. Let's go.
Okay, here's Mickey looking for that first major league hit. One on, one out. Steven swings the bat first here, and he does. He grounds it to the second baseman, though. Throw to the shortstop out, back to first, safe. Well, he got aggressive anyway.
I like that. Hack. I'll tell you who wants this hit more than Mickey, his parents. They've been on TV for like 7 hours combined with that anguished look, like just dying to get their kid that first hit. I bet he'll play tomorrow, too. Why not?
He tore up AAA.
Great guy, too. Like I said before, great in the clubhouse, just super positive.
Here's Romy Gonzalez, who's really had a breakout season. Such a useful player. He's stayed healthy this season. Made all the difference. Mickey at first, 2 down, 2-1 Rays. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. By the way, fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. Joe, you will not, look, the sponsors make this thing go round. We appreciate all their work, but I don't think that next July you will miss the sales reads 100 times a night. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt.
Well, hopefully I'll still be doing Shaws.
Yes. See that color that he's wearing, Rich?
Yeah.
He still wants some of that next year. A little green.
That's it. By the way, it's great to see Peter Bolden and the group from Jordan Furniture stop by to wish us well.
Speaking of a longtime great sponsor. 2 down in the fourth. 2-1 Tampa. 1-1.
Biggest home run, I think, of that World Series. 3-run homer at St. Louis in Game 4.
Nobody happier in the world about that swing than Will Middlebrooks. 1-2 to Romy. Boz throws. Gonzalez smokes it on the ground to third, but right to Caminero he goes. The short way to second. And Gasper's cut down there, inning over. We played 4 at Fenway, 2-1 Rays in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Listen, you don't think about life insurance until you need it. When we bought our house, we got life insurance from SBLI. I knew the mortgage payments would be too high if something happened to me. When you have a baby, get married, or buy your first house, you'll need life insurance. SBLI has great customer service and affordable rates. So, when it is time to think about life insurance, think SBLI.
SBLI. Call 888-GET-SBLI.
Sizzling savings are on today at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Now through Thursday, pick up value pack beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher's block, or you can get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals. You earn points on every purchase. If you're short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Sirloin steak and ground turkey breast now on sale. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Playing it safe at home means having health insurance. And if you need coverage right now, the Massachusetts Health Connector has a lineup loaded with power. The Connector Care program is available to more people than ever and includes low premiums and no deductibles, keeping you covered and saving you money for everything from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Everyone in Massachusetts is required to have health insurance. If you need it, go to mahealthconnector.org today and find the right plan for you and your family. That's mahealthconnector.org.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
5th inning, 2-1 Rays. And here's Tyler Walls, the shortstop who takes a strike. Rich Hill visiting with us, 2-1. Tampa Bay, they have just one hit, the 2-run homer by Caminero that followed a walk. Walls left-hand batter with speed. Switch hitter, actually, the pitch. Foul straight back. Rich, we got to get to the bottom of that Mike Lowell story. So he hits a ball off you that looks like a home run.
Right. Yeah, and the ball comes through. I think it was Jock Jones who was playing right field, throws the ball in. I got the ball, and, you know, it looked different. It wasn't as rubbed up as a game ball. And a couple of scuff marks on there.
There's a chopper foul.
And I was looking at it, I said, this doesn't seem like it's a game ball. I think this is a batting practice ball. And I just kept it and kind of played coy and, you know, flipped it out and got a new ball. And it could have, we got to go back to the tape. It could have been a home run that ended up going through the basket. So.
And this was a batting practice ball that fell out of the ivy.
Yeah, they're in there, too. They get stuck in there during batting practice.
0-2 is outside. Did Mike argue or anybody argue on
No,
his?
nobody did. There was no, hardly replay in that era.
So he really could have one more home run on his baseball card.
Yeah.
Walls takes it up and away. 2-2. Mike was one of our all-time favorites. Said his regrets he can't make it tomorrow, but he was in Cooperstown with you where you discussed that situation on the ball in the ivy. 2-2 is check swing high.
He's one of the great baseball people. I mean, just unbelievable to, talk to, and his perspective on the game and how simple he keeps it. I think the great ones that you talk to, they keep it so simple.
He's one of the best scouts I've ever known among players. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A lot of times players don't make good scouts because they look at their personal relationships.
Sure.
Their friends.
Sure.
But Mike could stand back and give you a great scouting analysis.
Very nice, unbiased view.
Yeah, he would do that as we talked a lot on our walks around American League cities.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see more players get back into the game.
Yep. So that's the 6th strikeout, and a strike called here to Diaz, who's walked twice, something he does with great frequency.
And doubles as well. It's a lot of doubles, Diaz does.
He's a good right-hand batter, taken high.
I've heard so many people say that, talking about just observing the game and watching it.
Yeah.
Hitters are just too focused on going back to the dugout and looking at iPads rather than watching what the actual pitcher is doing.
Sure, yeah.
There's a ball low and away.
Yeah, you missed the interaction of kind of having those conversations. What do you see? What do you got? Because for, a lot of outings for starting pitchers and guys that are coming out of the bullpen, they could be different on that day. They might not have their best stuff.
Foul straight back. Jim Palmer told us recently, you don't hit with your iPad, you hit with your bat.
Yeah, mark it down, put it on a T-shirt. That's a great one. I think that's, absolutely true, and some guys might have better stuff than they normally show in the hitters meeting before the game on that day.
There's a line drive sinking in a right center field, gets down for a hit. Grabbed by Duran on the second hop, so there's just their second hit, but the Rays do lead it 2-1.
Just has a great consistent swing, and again the consistent approach at the at bat for Yandy. I was fortunate enough to play with him in 2021, and again, I know I speak highly of a lot of guys, but he is truly one of the great ones in the game as far as a human being.
Biceps like Joe's too.
Yeah, I'll say. Here's Lau swinging and missing, and a pitch down and in. All the organizations you play for, let's say the Red Sox out of it. Do you have a favorite?
I would say the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers and the Cubs. I mean, the Cubs, there's an affinity because that was the first team that I came up with, and being able to play with a lot of great players that.
Which gets away as it's down and in. That could be a pass ball. Down to second goes Diaz.
That had Hall of Fame careers, and guys like I had mentioned earlier in the game, LaTroy Hawkins, who was pitching out of the bullpen for the Cubs when I got called up. So, you know, being able to see that kind of relationship with the Cubs, and then also the success that we had in L.A. certainly is, you know, two great places that I will always remember.
They called it a wild pitch, and there's a line drive to right field. Gets down for a hit, but you got to respect Abreu's arm as the throw comes through. And Diaz is held at third on a very hard hit ball by Lau. So first and third with one out for Caminero. Grounded out 5-3 and hit that rainbow over the monster seats. A 2-run homer.
I think Diaz was joking around with Lau over at first base and told him that he hit the ball too hard so he couldn't score. Yandy's not exactly known for his blazing speed, but he does, you know, steal a bag every now and then. You got to be careful when you're out there.
Good right-hand bat with a great batting eye. He was among the league leaders in walks. So here comes Caminero. Had some wild swings earlier at bad pitches, but then he launched one.
Be a great time for a double play here.
Here's the pitch, and it's low and away, ball one. No, you appreciated that. That is the pitcher's best friend.
No question.
The old saying goes.
No question. Yeah, what a day. You've been able to see the skyline change over the years, huh, Joe?
Yeah, it's amazing, especially in this neighborhood. There's a pop foul, first base side, up into the wind. Casas over, but it lands in the Red Sox dugout.
And the ballpark, for that matter. I remember when they had the net out over the monster. We saw a guy, Wade Boggs, hit a ball into the netting, and might have, you know, had a few adult beverages. He climbed up and got all the way over, went around the foul pole, climbed out, grabbed the ball, climbed back. Immediately I don't think he got to keep the ball.
Wow, for all that.
Yeah. Risking dropping 37 feet. Oh,
yeah, that's the other side of it, too. Yeah.
That'd be oiled.
It's a better way to put it.
Yeah, I like it.
That's an Eckism, too.
Here's the 1-1. Ground ball chopped weakly up the third base side. Big trouble, and it's going to be an infield hit, and the run scores. All Crawford could do was pick it up and put it in his glove. 3-1. Rays on an infield hit by Caminero has driven in all 3 runs. A tough break for a pitcher.
Yeah, you make your pitch right there and end up getting a swinging bunt. Didn't get the favor of the result there that he was looking for.
I know the answer from you, Rich, because I know you have an ability to lock in and compete at all times. It's what you live for, but the ballpark's not like it normally is. You know, that part of that's the Red Sox offense hadn't been doing much, but what's it like to have to try to generate your own energy on a day like today?
Yeah, and that goes back to the consistency of how you go about your business in between starts and how you prepare for every outing. And I think, you know, that's one thing that I always try to mimic, is that almost that you were in that World Series experience, or, you know, you're keeping that competitive edge as high as possible, even when you were practicing.
Swinging strike by Aranda.
So you mean you would practice being furious that you were taken out too early of a World Series game?
No. So really just competing and making sure that when you're throwing your bullpens, or, you know, you're out playing catch, you had a purpose behind it. Everything had a purpose.
There's a line drive, base hit into left center toward the gap. O'Neill cuts it off, but a run scores. Lau crosses the plate. Caminero stops at second, and it is now 4-1 Tampa Bay. Kind of tiring a little bit.
Yeah, I think that ball, you know, there was a cutter right there. Just got a little bit too much of the play. Tried to get it in on his hands.
That's going to do it. Alex Cora's coming out.
Yeah, so that'll do it for Cutter's season. Yeah, if they don't rally, he'll wind up 9 wins, 16 defeats. But he really pitched a lot better than that, I thought.
Yeah, and he's a guy that, you know, looking forward to 2025. I'm excited for what, you is to come for Cutter in the next season and for the rest of his career, because he is a tremendous competitor.
We can keep it right here. You talked about teaching guys to compete. How do you learn that if it's not natural?
Sometimes, it's a process of pushing a guy into the corner and seeing who comes out of there, right? So, I always compare it to a boxer in the ring. That guy, once that bell rings, somebody's coming at you and you have to be prepared. Are you going to fight, or are you going to, kind of sit there and take it for, I guess, lack of a better term. But really, it's pushing somebody, getting that out. There's different ways to go about it. Not everybody is the same. That's what the great thing is about, the game of baseball and sports in general. It's teaching, from a young age how to gain a perspective that something can be accomplished. Yes, I can get better at something. Whether that be the sport of golf or, basketball, whatever. Pick a sport that you want. There's always something that you can get better at, and competing is no different than that, because, no matter what point in your career or how much experience you have, that is something that you're always constantly being asked to do. And that is something that can't be shakeable when you go out there to pitch. And I use the example of, kind of pushing somebody into the corner and then seeing who's going to come out. Are you going to fight your way out? Are you going to, but, that's the one that makes sense to me. But ultimately being able to get that player out there on the mound, in the box, somebody who is in that fight pitch for pitch.
We had a left-hander who was a great competitor, Bruce Hurst. And I think Roger Clemens had a lot to do with that. Yeah. He was his teammate, because Roger is the ultimate competitor.
Right.
And the influence was there, and it paid off.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't come from other pitchers. I remember coming in here in 2010 and seeing Dustin Pedroia ready for the game, and ready for batting practice at a very early time. And that, as a pitcher, fired me up, and I was excited to be there every day, obviously.
All right, Greg Weiser takes over. 2 on, 1 out. 2 runs home and a 4-1 Rays lead. Christopher Morel, the left fielder at the plate, swings and misses. He has popped to second and flied out to center.
Things that happen when legends retire. You turn around in your own booth and there are United States senators in the booth. Well, Joe's about to get surprised here in a minute, I believe.
Really?
So that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
I think it's going to be a long line of surprises.
There's a ground ball tapped to the mound, and Crawford has it, or Weiser has it, and throws to first for the out. Well, it's going to be a big surprise.
That was a great pitch right there, sinker on the outer half.
He's been on an awesome run. I mean, really, since he came back 5 weeks ago, he's just been incredible. Cutter is really upset with himself in the dugout. That's the competitor you're talking about. He's not happy with the way he pitched today.
Yeah, it's frustrating, to know that you don't have another one in 5 days. That's,
right.
That's what.
End of the road.
Yeah, it's tough. It's something that you don't want to see.
Josh Lowe takes a strike. Runners advance to second and third on the ground out.
All of us who love baseball, I think we would love to see the season be stretched out for an entire calendar year. I think that would be great.
No doubt.
The code word today is no hitter, and in your number portal, low and inside, back-handed by the catcher. It could have gone to the backstop.
A couple guys I put down here. I was making some notes this morning.
Yeah, we're doing work.
Yeah. But looking at Nick Martinez, even a Charlie Morton, I mean, depending upon what he wants to do, I think that would be difficult to, pry him away from being closer to home at his point in his life.
Down and in, yeah, he's a guy that like 30 under 500 for the first half of his career, and since then he's closed the World Series and been an ace.
Yeah, he's good ERA. He's got a 24% strikeout rate this year and 161 innings pitched. You got to like that.
Lowe has a strikeout and a walk today. The pitch from Weiser swung on and missed, got a high fastball by him. Weiser's been so busy since he's returned. He wasn't at Worcester very long. This is his 62nd appearance. Host on the staff.
Another guy I wrote down here, Nick Martinez. I think he's, a little bit of the unforgotten starter out there that could be extremely valuable.
There's a line drive base hit. This is going to score 2 runs. It gets down into right center field. And Caminero scores right behind the Miranda. And it is 6-1. All the runs charged to Crawford.
Hate to see that because it's going to balloon that ERA in a year where, I repeat what I said at the beginning. He pitched so much better than those top-line numbers indicated. And I do think, as Larry Lucchino used to say, with the tincture of time, like in a month or so, Cutter will be sitting down there in Florida, and he'll look at his season, and I think he'll be able to think about more positives than negatives.
Yeah, again, it's just really, what can I improve in this offseason? That's a good sweeper.
Ball one to Siri.
Very nice. But, I think that's something that, you're frustrated immediately, and as that time goes on, time heals, all things, and it's something that you get back to work. That's the biggest thing is like, the season's over. You can't sit there and dwell on it too much. What's happened has happened. Can't go back and fix it. So I'm going to get back to work and get ready for 2025.
Pitch home, he swung on and missed, tied him up. Nick Martinez, Cincinnati, but before that, Texas.
Texas, yeah, and then went to Japan for 4 years, I believe. But I played with him last year in San Diego, and talk about, we want to talk about WAR as far as what that's considered, which is actually very good this year. But what does that kind of, what does that equate to in the clubhouse? Because as far as I'm concerned, he's got a, very high WAR in the clubhouse.
Leadership and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a guy who, has been through a lot, and had a lot of ups and downs, has been willing to go over to Japan to pitch, and certainly loves the game and has a great understanding and a feel for pitching.
I think he was a guy that was a shortstop at Fordham, right? As a college
I believe
kid.
so, yeah.
Neisert out of Fordham. The pitch is swung on and missed. Got him on a high fastball to retire the side, but they get 4. 6-1 after 4.5. Rays on top of the Shaw Star Market. WEI Red Sox Network.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Parents, are your kids always responsible on social media? Have they ever posted something that they might regret in the future? LifeBrand is here to help. Our technology can locate and remove potentially harmful posts on social media. Visit lifebrand.life for a free scan. Protect your children's future from their past.
Sizzling savings are on today at Shaw's and Star Market. Hi, it's Joe. Today through Thursday, pick up value pack beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher block. Or get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon Limit 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Sirloin steak and ground turkey breast now on sale. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Wilyer Abreu to lead it off in the bottom of the fifth, 6-1 Tampa. Shane Baz has been good again against the Red Sox. He's only needed 56 pitches to get through 4. Here, Wilyer takes a strike on the outside corner. He, and I think Cedar Rafaela to some degree, will take some time with a plan from Pete Fatsi this offseason. I do think they will think about a little less sell out to the pole side. 0-1 to Abreu. Pitch to him is popped up on the left side of the infield. Caminero and Walls come together, and they collide as the shortstop Walls makes the play. Poor communication.
Very close right there. That's one where you're on the mound and you're kind of maybe directing traffic a little bit. That's what you want to kind of do, but you're staying out of it, that's for sure.
Joe's busy rubbing shoulders with the United States Senators. I think Ed Markey just came in to give him a proclamation, which is very cool.
That is awesome.
We'll be back in just a moment. Here's Danny Jansen with one down. But, these Red Sox hitters, I know there's such an emphasis throughout all of baseball to get off your best swing. And Wilyer and Cedar do have beautiful, powerful swings, as Jansen takes strike one. But it seems to me that a little more of that old school, for lack of a better word, up the middle the other way.
Sure.
That
yeah.
approach could help both those guys.
Well, I also think with the shift being muted from what it used to be.
Here's a ground ball. Speaking of pull hitters to short, Walls has it. He throws to first, and they're 2 away. No question. I mean, they've banned the shifts, but the defensive alignment takes away so many hits on the pull side.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think with a lot of guys is adjusting to some of these, breaking balls that pitchers are throwing, getting used to the sweeper this offseason, right? I mean, it's a fairly new pitch. It's something that is a different orientation as it comes towards the plate, and what a hitter sees and what we see on TV is two totally different things. When you're in the box and you're seeing the pitch come in and you're saying, oh, that looks like a fastball.
Yes.
And it cuts across the plate.
Here's Vaughn Grissom. He takes outside. One of my favorite things that has happened, I don't like much social media, but one of the cool things is that Pitching Ninja does these overlays of pitchers. And he had one like last week of Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. 1-0 to Vaughn Grissom. Boz throws, and a pitch is on the inside court. It comes out of the exact same release point, and let's say 58.5 feet of the way, it is in the exact same path. And then they go in 4 different directions.
Right, and then you're going to pick one as a hitter. So it's that's why hitting is so difficult.
1-1 is a check swing. He went around. It's 1-2.
Hardest thing to do in sports. There's no question about it. And I think a lot of other athletes would say that as well. Especially when you put a bat in your hand and they come out for maybe a celebrity hitting in batting practice. It's a very humbling thing.
Yes, it is. So are first pitches, for that matter.
That's a good point.
1-2 to Vaughn. It's such a different physical act.
It is, yeah.
The pitch is strike 3 called. Bill Miller enjoyed that one. He started the lawnmower, and the inning is over. To the 6th inning we go. 6-1 Tampa on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Now through Thursday at Shaw's and Star Market, pick up value pack beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher block, or get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms round turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon Limit 2. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of home ownership. Don't settle for good. Go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
For the 47th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and the all-new Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox and America's #1 selling trucks 47 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Take the stress out of traveling with First Light Limo. From airport rides to concerts, sporting events, or a special night out, whether business or pleasure, First Light Limo will get you there safely and comfortably with our large array of vehicles including sedans, SUVs, and executive-style vans. Book online at firstlightlimo.com or call our live reservationists 24/7. First Light Limo will always steer you in the right direction. Visit us online at firstlightlimo.com. That's firstlightlimo.com.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Greg Weissert for the top of the 6th against the catcher Ben Rortvedt, and a sweeper in there for strike 1. Rich Hill is with us. Tampa leads 6-1. Joe Castig, second to last game at Fenway Park in a full-time capacity. We're not saying goodbye forever tomorrow. He's going to be around plenty. 0-1 is high in the air into left center field. Duran drifting in. He'll cut in front of O'Neill and make the play. If I have any say in it, Joe will be back often. And whether on nights that he's in the Legends Suite or otherwise for a couple innings, whenever he gets the itch, he'll be back. But still,
it's like learning how to chip with Tiger Woods being here with Joe.
It is, man. I could use a lesson or two from Tiger, I'll tell you that much. More off the tee for me.
Yeah.
My issue. I've heard you hit the ball a long, long way.
Yeah, I need some few lessons would be nice as well.
Well, if you ever stop pitching you might have a little more time as Walls takes a fastball inside for ball one.
I'll tell you, watching Joe and Will, you've been able to see the artwork over the last multiple years and how easy it comes to him. I mean, even when I'm watching you, it's just so smooth and easy.
1-0 pitch is down. And the one thing, Joe, he didn't ever specifically tell me this. He told you and me tonight that Ken Coleman gave him all these tips about big moments and staying focused. I think the big takeaway on a play-by-play level is pretty clear with Joe. The 2-0 is a strike. I've told this to so many people. Like, you'll notice when a ball is put into play here, especially into the outfield by the walls, the precision, really the perfection of the description is incredible. Like here, he would say, this one's lined toward the web sign and on the run right in front of the National League scores. 2 feet onto the dirt, Tyler O'Neill makes the play.
Right, with that, if the Red Sox are up and they hit that ball, there's a hope that it's going to be off of the wall, and you're sitting there and you're on the edge of the seat, and then it gets caught, and you go, oh, geez. I'll tell you, I don't know how you guys keep it together up here, because there's been, multiple plays, I think, that have been made tonight where I'm like, cheering and...
All that takes time.
Yeah.
2 down, here's Yandy Diaz. But the good thing is that you don't want to completely eliminate that as Yandy takes a strike. And that is one of Joe's enduring charms, 2 down in the 6th, that fans want to know that you want the home team to win.
Right. Who else wants it as the players?
Of course.
We love it, when the radio is on in the clubhouse. And
1 is a strike right there to Yandy, and it's 0-2.
And you're hearing that enthusiasm from up here in the booth, whether it be on radio or on TV, whichever one is on in the clubhouse. Sometimes they go back and forth. But I always loved like Hawk Harrelson. He was a big time homer.
Put him on the board. Yes, the 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him, and Weiser to 1-2-3. Top of the 6th. Red Sox need the bats to get going. They trail 6-1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When your favorite ball club looks to close out the game, they bring in a specialist. Same is true in the drain game. When Eastern Mass homeowners need drain and sewer problems expertly fixed, Drains by James is the move. Whether you need drain cleaning or repair, pipelining, or sewer repair, you can depend on Drains by James to bring the relief 24/7. Learn more at drainsbyjames.com. At Drains by James, they give a poop about your pipes.
Listen, you don't think about life insurance until you need it. When my uncle passed away, life insurance from SBLI allowed my aunt to pay off her mortgage and bills. My parents had SBLI, my grandparents had it. We went to SBLI when the baby was born. But when you get married or buy your first house, you'll need life insurance. SBLI has great customer service and affordable rates. So when it is time to think about life insurance, think SBLI.
SBLI. Call 888-GET-SBLI.
When is a bank more than just a bank? When it's there for you after hours because your franchise deal is on the line. When it drives across town to deliver the paperwork you need because you can't leave your business. When it anticipates your business challenges and advances its technology just to meet them. At Northern Bank, they're all about what they can do for you and your business. Want more than just a bank? Come home to Northern Bank. For more of what your business needs, visit nbtc.com. Northern Bank. Member FDIC.
If you're shopping for a new car, the choice is simple. Herb Chambers. We offer legendary customer service, the largest inventory in New England, the lowest prices, and the best value. Find out for yourself today at any one of our convenient Herb Chambers locations.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6-1 Tampa, Jarren Duran to lead it off. By the way, we're long past the 110th pitch of the game, brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Official partner of the EEI Red Sox radio network. So here's Jarren, who's 0 for 2 today, average at 285. He swings and misses at a curveball. 21 homers, 48 doubles, 14 triples. Throw in all the stolen bases this season. He's got 34 of those and 75 driven in. Really a top 10 player in all of baseball.
This is a great year that he had, and love to see it, the bounce back and the compete.
Oh, and one is fouled back, a changeup. We want you to check out the Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event, which is going on now. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. On that scoreboard, Washington leads Philadelphia. That is as meaningless a game as there can be. 2-0. Nats, though, do lead the Phils. White Sox against the hungover Tigers lead 4-0 in the 8th inning. Tarek Skubal was absolutely hilarious in the celebration in the clubhouse with Detroit last night. The 0-2 is drilled high and deep down the line. Skubal, Rich, is your kind of guy. I mean, it is so fun to watch him pitch. He dominated the Red Sox, and in the very rare moment that he found himself in trouble, he made a big pitch, and he was storming off the mound, fired up, screaming to the heavens. It was fun to watch that guy pitch.
Yeah, it's been fun to see him, actually, the way his stuff has improved.
0-2, did it hit him?
Mm-hmm, it did. Well, looked like it did.
I thought it did. How did it get out of the way? He's shaking his head. Did it?
No, he's taking his time.
It did, yeah. He's going to the base. Maybe it hit off his leg and then rode up the ladder and got him on the chin. Let's see. Replay. Yep, off his toe and then left side of the face. No thanks.
No, that's it's never fun. I got hit in the throat one time.
You did?
Yeah, Clayton Richard. Yeah, as a hitter.
Yeah.
In LA, is squared to bunt. Clayton Richard hit me with 91, 92 right in the throat. So glad to be here today.
we are happy you made it through. Here's Trevor's Story, leadoff man aboard. I don't think Duran's going anywhere, trailing by 5. Clouds overhead, field covered in shadow as Story takes a breaking ball. Joe, it's not every day that a United States Senator comes into the booth and makes a presentation like you just had.
Well, it was wonderful. Senator Ed Markey has been in Congress 48 years, brought me a Senate tribute to myself on the congressional record, which he introduced.
How cool is that? Compared to him, you're a rookie. 1-0 to Story.
Yeah.
Pitch is fouled off. Can you read us any of it, Joe?
Let's see. For Mr. Markey, Madam President, for 42 years, Joe Castiglione's resonating voice has been the bridge between the Boston Red Sox great cathedral, Fenway Park, and Red Sox fans listening to the game in garages, kitchens, workplace, and vehicles across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and throughout New England. It was on the pay tribute to my family.
See, this is how we're going to get him, Rich. The 1-1 pitch misses inside.
And he winds up saying, as a poet, a wordsmith, an all-time orator, I've never been called that before, we live with some of Joe Castiglione's greatest words. Swinging a ground ball, stabbed by folk. For the first time in 86 years, can you believe it?
Those will follow you forever.
He's a great fan. We're talking about Jackie Jensen and Jimmy Pearsall because he followed the Red Sox so closely, and he said he was a big Hank Aaron fan, and if been 1 year later, Hank Aaron, the Braves would have still been here with Hank Aaron and Eddie Matthews and Billy Bruton and all those guys before they went to Milwaukee.
2-1 to Story is a strike, borderline pitch. Trevor didn't think so, but it's 2-2. Joe, as a kid growing up in Connecticut, listening to Mel Allen, you know, dreaming of becoming a baseball broadcaster, I can only imagine, you know, what it must feel like to sit here today and read those words from a United States Senator. The 2-2 is outside. What does it feel like to you know, have that stuff and your life put into words like that?
Well, it's overwhelming, really. I mean, you never think about those things. And, you know, makes you emotional, but also sort of numbing, too.
Yeah, of course. Well, every word of it deserved. 3-2 is ripped on the ground into right field. That's a base hit. You know, Jaron's thinking 3. He makes the turn, and at least one more time at Fenway, we get to see that man run the bases inside out. And the Red Sox have him at first and third with nobody out.
If I'm correct, who else wore number 16 was Josh Reddick. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of Josh Reddick. Yeah.
Something Lou Merlone says all the time, which I love, is that Jaron runs like he's angry at the ground.
That's I like that. I do like that.
He's almost like a self-critic. He did a great job, like the Matrix, getting out of the way of that ball.
Yeah. Well, you know, at the end of the day, he can put his in the way he plays. He knows he did everything he could to be as successful as possible.
Casas swings and misses at a changeup. It's 0-1. He's got 2 homers in 4 at-bats against this pitcher. A long one here would make this a game again. It is 6-1 Tampa. Penultimate game of Joe Castiglione's Hall of Fame career here at Fenway Park. Joe, you were up there, you know, glad-handing with senators and aristocrats, but we made the point that I've said to you many times. You need to come back whenever you want. Tomorrow's not goodbye.
I won't be back. Might leave in the 7th inning.
0-1.
Depending on the Southeast Expressway.
Pitch is popped up on the first base side. foul of the line in front of the Red Sox dugout. Aranda's there to make the play. So Casas be a little disappointed. And on those nights, you got to pull an Eckersley and demand iron from the team, right? Iron. So much fun to talk.
So great to see the Eck at Cooperstown.
Yeah.
He's there every year. Hall of Famers love him, much as we do.
There's Tyler O'Neill, first and third one out. 6-1 Tampa Bay. Tyler can't stop his swing. A slider way outside, but it's 0-1.
Could have been one of those pitches where you're maybe cheating on a heater right there. And
so if you see that, if you're Boz, what's next?
I mean, I think you go back to it. That's the one thing. You see that swing, or you can go elevated fastball here. I mean, way ahead in that 0-1 count. So, I mean, an elevated heater would be pretty good.
He did go back to that slider. It was off, and Tyler did take this one 1-1. In some ways, Tyler O'Neill has had a really nice season. 31 homers, 61 driven in. A little bit of injury, but he's right around 100 games this year into a free agent year for him.
Yeah, I think with those 31 homers, a lot of them without runners on. He threw first and guys on.
Here's a shot foul outside of third behind Duran, and it's 1-2. And I think it's actually a very tricky call for the Red Sox this offseason with O'Neill. The qualifying offer, which you have to offer pending free agents to get a pick back if they leave for free agency, is right around $21 million. So, I mean, O'Neill is represented by Scott Boras. He would like, I'm sure, to get a long-term deal. 1-2 to Tyler. First and third day lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. As the season winds down, Rich, you've been in those positions. Is that kind of stuff in your mind?
I mean, yeah, I think I would be lying if I didn't say that, yes, it absolutely is. It's something that, when you're coming into free agency or even, going through your arbitration years, what that offseason is going to look like and how that market is going to be formed for you as a player. That's where you can look back. And
1-2 is swung on and missed. So much of that, a fastball elevated out of the zone, and two big outs for Boz. The runner stuck on first and third.
That's a fastball we're talking about. It kind of mimics that slider. When it comes out of the same release point, you see two sliders early on in the at-bat, and there later in the at-bat, a fastball that cuts across from the outside part of the plate. And
hey, Joe.
You recognize it as a
Sorry,
slider.
Rich. Mickey's up.
Oh, Mickey. Time for his first major league hit. First time up, he took a couple of strikes, rounded out 5-3. Second time, swung at the first pitch and grounded out to second base. First and third, 2 down.
This is it right here.
Shane Boz is ready, and his pitch is a strike at the knees.
Look at his mom just praying and holding her hands in front of her face, just almost willing a base hit.
That'd be great. Home run would be awesome.
Wide of third, if he went on the left field line, he'd have a base hit. Almost did it the first time up. There's an 0-1 pitch, and he takes one that skips away, goes to the backstop. A run will score. Well, a wild pitch brings home Duran, and it's 6-2 Rays. On the second one, Story had a 1-1 count. Boz has thrown 83 pitches, giving up only 3 hits. Gasper trying to make it 4 hits in his first big league hit. 2 out, runner at second. The right-hander is ready. Pitch to Mickey, and it's low. Borderline pitch there.
Mom's yelling, "Good eye, baby, good eye."
Yeah, that was a good eye. That was a nice changeup by Baz right there.
She didn't want him to walk.
No, swing it.
2 balls, 1 strike to Mickey Gasper. Boz delivers, and he took a strike. Ooh, that was a hittable pitch.
You just think about all the times they've watched him hit. From the time he was a little boy to high school and college, all the levels of the minor leagues. What they're thinking, how many times they've seen him get hits.
Just once here, that's all he needs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses at a slider down and in. Well, that's too bad for this time, but well, we're only in the 6th. He might get another crack at it today after 6. 6-2 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Visit the 99 restaurant every Sunday for football frenzy specials at the bar. Tackle 6-packs of bone-in buffalo wings for just $4.99 and full-size apps for just $6.99. Or try the new sideline sausage sub for just $9.99 when you dine in. You gotta love the nines.
Calling all college students. Want to save an extra 5% every time you shop for groceries? Shaw's student discount offer is for you. Just sign up to be a Shaw's For You member at shaws.com/foryou and follow the directions for easy verification of your college email address. If you're already a Shaw's For You member, go to your account profile and preferences in the app and click on Discount Programs to start the easy verification process. Then make sure to clip your monthly 5% off coupon and enjoy the extra savings every time you shop at Shaw's.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $299 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $4,739 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 9/30/24.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Luis Garcia is on the mound. He was really good last night. The Sox trail 6-2 into the 7th. We go. Brandon Lau facing Garcia. The Red Sox had huge hopes for this guy at the deadline, but really neither he nor Lucas Sims could help them in that dire time when they needed the bullpen to get right as Lau fouls one outside the first baseline. Casas gloves it over there. That's strike one.
It's been so many injuries this year throughout baseball. Sure, there's no perfect formula for it, but there is a solution somewhere.
Well, and I really hope that almost to a man, every Red Sox pitcher just shuts it down for more than a month. The 0-1 pitch on the ground to the right side, backhanded by Grissom with a dive from his knees. He cannot make the play. He tried to transfer into his throwing hand and could not. Hard hit. That'll be a hit for Lau, and the leadoff man is aboard. I just think nowadays everyone is so entranced with velocity and spin and grips and all their personal gurus that it's almost max effort year-round, and you cannot convince me that that's not a major reason for the increase in injury.
Right, you need a break. You know, guys used to take a month and a half after the season.
Here's a line drive in a right field off the bat of Junior Caminero. This guy's a player, and the Rays have 2 on with nobody out.
But, you know, and as you get older, it changes. I can speak to that. You know, after the season, you might want to take a couple of weeks off and kind of get back into, you know, throwing.
Is that just so you don't get too stiff in between seasons?
For me, it was that. You know, the kind of the cobwebs in the attic, so to speak, and keep the arm moving, throwing a football.
Sure.
You know, whatever it might be. You know, a couple times a week after the first 2 weeks of the season.
2 on, none out for Jonathan Aranda. He takes a strike. Do you still have to close your garage door so you don't offend your neighbors when you're throwing in the winter?
Yeah. When Bryce was a few years younger, when I think he was probably about 8 years old, we were throwing the ball off the garage door.
1-0 is fouled back.
And it was a tennis ball. So we were just kind of playing back and forth, and I heard a knock at the door. It was a little late. It was like 8:30 at night. It was the Milton police.
Really? Oh, you were doing something with your boy in there.
I come to the door with a glove, and you know, he asked, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "We're throwing the tennis ball off of the garage."
1-1 is a chopper. Garcia lunges off the mound and glove, flips underhand.
Nice play.
Nicely done. He was the only guy who could make that play. Otherwise, the bases would have been loaded. But it's kind of a swinging bunt to move the Rays to second and third with 1 down.
I might be doing that tonight, getting ready for a first pitch tomorrow.
Joe, you got to get up early, stretched out, catch in the yard. Let's go.
Aim high.
That's it.
That's it. Go up.
Yep, aim high.
Can I have Jackie catch it? He catches everything.
I love that. What a special day it's going to be.
It is. All the guys coming back. Some of the all-time favorites for Joe and some of the greats in Red Sox history. Infield in and a breaking ball in the dirt. Off the chest of Danny Jansen, 1-0. Joe's on TV again. Thankfully, he's got his TV out of the way this time because ordinarily he blocks about half his face from the Nesson cameras. I think it's very cool. Tomorrow they're going to carry the 9th inning of Your Call.
Yeah, that'll be a first. Simulcast.
Yeah, and I will not be a part of that. Total silence from me, Joe. 1-0 to Morrell. Pitch is a chopper up the middle, and it's off of Story's glove. A run is going to come in. Over to third goes Caminero. That's a play that is not easy, but it's one that Trevor often makes. A little bit in between, and I'm sure they will look at that. It's an error on Trevor, and it's 7-2 Tampa. Again, infield in. It's hard to say that's necessarily ordinary effort, a couple of steps to his left, but pitcher gets the benefit of the doubt in that situation, and it's an error for Trevor.
That's sort of a tough error.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been so good, Story has, defensively. That's one thing I hope the Red Sox can bank on next year. 150 games of him at shortstop as Josh Lowe takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
I think, as I said before, if he were here all season, they might be looking at a postseason bid because they wouldn't have all those unearned runs, over 90 of them.
1-0, one down. Pitch is swung on and missed. That's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That's the kind of stuff the Red Sox were hoping for from Garcia. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. I think Trevor Story's sunglasses are such a perfect fit for him. 1-1. And time is called for the last minute. They're so old school. He's got the flip glasses, which you just never see anymore. But he is kind of an old soul that way.
Sure, yeah. That's the one, those are the only sunglasses we're allowed to wear when we were coming up through the Cubs. We weren't allowed to wear Oakleys or, any other sunglasses that had any individualistic type of characteristics to it. So
we're going to be conformists. 1-1 pitch is fouled off, which, you and I were talking offline about that, Rich.
Sure.
It's a tough balance for me because young players are taking over the game. That's a really good thing. I mean, the style of people like Acuna, even Ohtani and Mookie, and the young wave of players, that's a really good thing. We need to engage with young fans. That's for certain. 1-2 to Josh Lowe. Garcia shaking off Jansen. But there are moments where you wonder where the line is. Swing and a miss at a splitter, and Lowe is gone, where maybe a little more of that stuff could be helpful.
You want to have uniformity. You want to have the ability of team concepts, right? Guys coming together and doing things as a team, doing things away from the field as a team. That brings certainly, a cohesiveness into the locker room, and it feeds over onto the field. The scenario of we hope to avoid that, and that's something that you want to, do as many things possible to bring the team together.
Here's a true nonconformist, Jose Siri, who takes the fastball inside for ball 1.
I can tell he's one of your favorites.
I'm sure I'd like him if he were on my team, but it's a little much.
No, I think that, being able to have that, obviously, the uniformity, is something that is important.
1-0. The pitch is a broken bat, dribbler down the first base line. Casas comes in. Siri really busting it down the line. Casas gloves, takes it to the bag, and the inning is over. Now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was a perfect example.
But run. As it is, the Rays lead 7-2. It's the 7th inning stretch. I wish we could get Joe on the speakers to sing "Take Me Out to the Ballgame." As it is, it's brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers.
Bring back Harry Carey.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a tough one to watch right there.
It was. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th. 7-2 Rays in the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
We're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn.
But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
For decades, Boston sports fans have celebrated legendary heroes of the game. And for decades, Boston drivers have come to expect nothing less than legendary customer service from Herb Chambers. That's because the Herb Chambers team is dedicated to offering excellence every time we step up to the plate.
The odds of a foul ball knocking over your perfectly balanced tray of nachos? Astronomical.
Dude, watch the nachos.
We don't know what's going to happen on a trip to the ballpark, but we do know the chances of falling victim to online crime are 1 in 4. You and your family need Aura with scam protection, fraud monitoring, and parental control features. Protect everything your family does online with Aura. Go to aura.com/baseball to start your free trial today. The 1 in 4 statistics is based on research conducted by Javelin Strategy and Research. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions effectively.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the bottom of the 7th, Kevin Kelly, right-hander, is on to see Romy Gonzalez in a first pitch change-up for strike 1. Shane Baz certainly looked like a real deal here tonight. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. Only walked 1 with 7 strikeouts. Clouds on the horizon and a few cottony clouds drift in over the center field area here at Fenway. Some
beautiful
pinks and
sky.
Oranges. It's lovely, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah, a little cool, starting to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Here comes fall.
Yeah, and this is the time of night, though, when those oranges reflect off the downtown skyline. About my favorite time of night, the 0-2 is a slider outside to Romy Gonzalez. We were talking to Joe about Johnny Gomes in 2013 and that unexpected ride for that club. Here's the 1-2 to Romy, and he chops it back to the mound. Kelly's got it. He'll plant and throw to first. If you wanted a piece of evidence as to why Joe's the best, here is the call of Johnny Gomes' big home run.
To pitch, and he swings and drives one high and deep to left field. Holiday back by the bullpen, jumps, it's gone! A 3-run homer, Johnny Gomes into the Red Sox bullpen. His first hit of the World Series, and the Red Sox lead it 4-1.
Perfection. Here's Wilyer Abreu with 1 down. The pitch is a strike. You know, Joe, we often talk about 18, about all the defensive plays that the Red Sox made to swing that series, whether it's Nunez in New York, Benintendi in Houston. There were big plays made in L.A., certainly the swing from Mitch Moreland, not to bring that up to Rich at the moment. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit outside, but that year, obviously the Ortiz swing and that one, individual swings changed so much.
Yeah, Ortiz changed the whole complexion of the Tiger series, as the Tigers were heavy favorites.
1-1 is on the ground to the first base side. It is gobbled up by Aranda. He'll make the play 2 down. Joe, you know, by that time, David had become a true epic legend of clutch moments. In that spot, Benoit on the mound, did you think David was going to do that?
No, I mean, you couldn't predict a grand slam because the Red Sox had so few hits in the first 2 games of that postseason series. They were shut out, no hit for 6 innings in the first game. And then very few hits in that game, 2. And the one chance loading the bases, and then went from there.
Danny Jansen, the hitter, 0-1 after his sinker clipped the corner. 2.69 ERA for Kelly. He's been really good this year. See what the future holds for Danny Jansen, too. Came over at the deadline. The pitch is a little dribbler foul at first. It was a surprising move. It felt like the Red Sox were set at catcher, but they wanted a right-handed bat. Reese McGuire was let go, and Danny just has not hit the way that he has in his career this season.
Yeah, you have Kyle Teal coming up too as well. Depends on when he's going to be ready to make his major league debut.
So exciting. That next wave seems right around the corner.
Roman Anthony.
Ooh, you got to be around him.
Oh, definitely see it. I think he'll be right there if that is the possibility of happening, which I think it is. He'll be right in the Rookie of the Year talks.
2-2 to Jansen is a ground ball to third. Caminera's got it. Hops across the diamond, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. We go to the 8th inning. Joe will be back right after this. 7-2 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
It's so much fun when I'm driving with you. Everywhere we go, everything that we do, yeah, it's fun when I'm driving with you.
Drive away in the all-wheel drive 2025 Subaru Outback. Buy with 1.9% financing or lease for just $305 per month during the Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Playing it safe at home means having health insurance. And if you need coverage right now, the Massachusetts Health Connector has a lineup loaded with power. The Connector Care program is available to more people than ever and includes low premiums and no deductibles, keeping you covered and saving you money for everything from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Everyone in Massachusetts is required to have health insurance. If you need it, go to mahealthconnector.org today and find the right plan for you and your family. That's mahealthconnector.org.
Sizzling savings are on today at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Now through Thursday, pick up value pack beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher's block, or you can get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. You're limited to 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals. You earn points on every purchase. If you're short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Sirloin steak and ground turkey breast now on sale. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Lucas Sims takes over in the 8th inning, 7-2 Tampa Bay. Garcia charged with 1 earned run, 2 hits, and a strikeout in 1 inning. As we move along here, the Red Sox have been held to just 3 hits. And the new pitcher, Lucas Sims, will face Ben Rortvedt, the catcher, who's 0 for 3. A grounder to second, a strikeout, and a liner to center. Announced attendance, 35,333 on this Saturday afternoon. And the left-hand batting catcher takes it inside for ball 1. Shane Baz pitched well, his game to win. And Crawford's on the hook for the Red Sox. The pitch, breaking ball over the inside edge. Tampa Bay win means the Red Sox cannot have a winning record this year. Best they could shoot for is 500. And the left-hand batting catcher tries to pull the bat back. Did it hit the hand or the bat? Well, he's walking to first base. Apparently it hit the hand. Yeah, shaking it. So a hit batsman. Sims has struggled since joining the Red Sox and, of course, was out with an injury. Tyler Wall's up, fly to center, struck out swinging and lined to left.
Looked like he got hit there with a cutter he was trying to go in on. Just kept cutting on him.
Wall's good defender. Little light with a bat. Fouls to the backstop, strike 1. Red Sox had a 1-0 lead in the first inning home run by Casas, but they narrowed a 2-run homer in the 3rd. They added 4 in the 5th and 1 in the 7th. Sims delivers and a foul straight back and out of play.
Casas homer, you had many years with Manny Ramirez, John. I know that's one of the things that you have loved so much about this game is the different personalities of the players.
Well, that's a great thing about baseball. They're individuals, very individualistic in terms of their play and also their personalities. Pop fly shallow right center, second baseman out. Grissom waving everybody away and makes the catch. Put out by the second baseman, 1 out.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about baseball, isn't it? It's just a melting pot in the clubhouse of everybody from all over the world.
Yeah, sometimes athletes can be cloned. I mean, I look at football sometimes, the offensive linemen are all together, defensive linemen. Baseball's a mix.
Yeah.
And it's, of course, a great mix of cultures, diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking ball for a call strike to Diaz.
I think that was the first time when I signed and being dropped into Arizona and Mesa and going down into being with, a lot of players that didn't speak English.
There's a ball low. How did you communicate? Baseball talk?
Yeah, baseball talk, really. I think we were able to get through with that. A couple times we went out to go eat and kind of broke down some barriers there, and they taught me some of their Spanish, and I was able to teach them English.
Outside. Who was your favorite player of all time that you played with?
Oh, geez. Wow.
You told me once it was the little left-hand batter, outfielder.
The first player that just came to mind was Clayton Kershaw. So that's a good one. Dustin Pedroia, obviously.
Breaking ball strike. His name is escaping me right now, but
well, that never happens.
Played with the
Joe.
Marlins.
Mine as well.
I think he was from the islands. Played with the Marlins and the Cubs.
Yep.
Left-hand hitter.
Wasn't Neffy Perez?
No. There's a pop-up first base side, playable for Casas right along the line. Now by the coach's box, he makes the catch.
After 20 years of playing, and I'm not going to say 20 full years, 14 full years of playing, there's been a lot of teammates, and so many great teammates too. It's been unbelievable, and so fortunate to be able to play at this level for so long.
20 seasons, and now you're still going to play for Team USA. What is the tournament?
Yeah, it's called the Premier 12. Takes place the first couple games are in Mexico. You win there, you go on to Japan.
Take an eye for a ball. That's in November.
Yes, in November.
You're training now.
Training now and be back a couple days before Thanksgiving. So that's when it all wraps up.
Well, that's convenient.
It will be nice, though. It'll be great if hopefully we get to win and go to Japan. That would be amazing.
Strike was a Juan Pierre. Is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Juan Pierre. Yep. Juan Pierre, unbelievable. 6 a.m. at Mesa. I remember him, in the batting cage, getting ready, hearing him taking his bunts.
Swing and a miss.
That's something you don't hear every day. He would sit out in the field even before the games at Wrigley and take about 200 bunts. Probably 100 to third, 100 to first. But
really,
he perfected his craft, and
that's a lost art these days.
Yeah. He pulled in and I said, "Juan, what are you doing?" He said, "Oh, just seeing who wants to work." 6 a.m.
Is he in baseball today? The ground ball bounced to third, charged by Gonzalez. Going to have to hurry. Not in time.
Is so valuable because as soon as you start slipping, somebody else is there to take your spot.
Here's Caminero, put them ahead with a home run in the third inning. He's 3 for 4. He swings and pops the first pitch up in the infield, right around the mound. The pitcher's there, still waiting. Now he gets out of the way. Gonzalez makes the catch right in front of the mound. Put out to the third baseman, and that does it in the top of the 8th. Sweet Caroline time with the Rays leading 7-2 on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
If it's time to replace your old windows,
Call Right Window right now.
call 800-649-3600 or schedule an appointment online at rightwindow.com. A better window installed for the right price. Right Window.
At 110 Grill, you'll find modern American cuisine in a trendy, casual atmosphere. Visit one of 110 Grill's 36 locations all throughout New England, where you can enjoy favorites like pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken caprese, steak tips, and so much more. The 110 Grill menu features the freshest ingredients, and 100% of their core menu can be made gluten-free. 110 Grill is an official partner with the Red Sox Radio Network. Visit 110grill.com for more information.
What is insurance? Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
You're in it together.
You feel supported
From the beginning to the end.
What insurance is just taking care of people. It's definitely a way of life.
Cross Insurance. Our way of life since 1954.
Sizzling savings are on today at Shaw's and Star Market. Hi, it's Joe. Today through Thursday, pick up value-packed beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher block. Or get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon Limit 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Sirloin steak and ground turkey breast now on sale. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Hi, this is Vaughn Grissom. You're listening to Home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Yeah.
Rasmussen taking over on the mound here. This crowd is into it, despite the score.
They're doing it for you, Joe.
Thank you. First pitch to Grissom is a strike.
Do you remember when Dr. Charles made that an everyday thing? Do you remember when that whole deal started? Played every night?
There's a little number out front by Grissom. The catcher calls off the pitcher. Run back throws, and he retires him. So Grissom's now 0 for 3 at fan.
I don't even mean the year.
I think they played it once or twice, and they didn't think much of it, and the fans started chiming in, and it went from there. It became a staple. You know, it has nothing to do with baseball. The song was written by Neil Diamond about his then wife, and he used Caroline because it fit the lyrics. It was
the right syllables?
Yeah, the right number of syllables, and you know, it was said to be Caroline Kennedy. Ball one, but it just took off here. Outside from Rasmussen. Rasmussen missing most of the year after Tommy John. This team has had a rash of Tommy Johns over the years.
Yeah. It's been an epidemic, that's for sure.
2-0 pitches outside. How about your wife, Caitlin? She came up with the name right away and texted you.
She did. Juan Pierre. That's, I know. So I know she's listening. Thank you.
Imagine how many teammates she's met.
Yeah, a lot.
And how many you've played with? Hundreds. There's a strike. I think I probably have seen 500 or 600 different players for the Red Sox. But you played for 13 big league teams, 15 organizations. You might be over 1,000.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, definitely over 1,000. I'd sit down one day and maybe go over it.
3-1 is bounced to deep first. Nice pick on a short hop there for the out. Aranda with a good play. So that's 2 quick outs for Rasmussen.
So many different stories, so many guys with different backgrounds, and being able to get here for, you know.
Well, I know you're very close, as you said, with Kershaw. Can he pitch in the postseason?
I hope so. I know he's dealing with the foot issue now, the toe. So hopefully, you know, get that healed and be able to come back. I think that's his goal, you know, and baseball needs guys like him to come back and pitch on the big stage.
The Dodgers really need him. There's a high drive by Story to left field deep, back by the wall, and this ball is off the green, almost was caught, and Story's in the second with a double. That ball came straight down. I think the wind knocked it down just enough because I thought it was gone. And the left fielder, Morrell, went back, didn't play it very well. He didn't know what to do with it, or wait for a carry or try to catch it.
Definitely got held up by the wind. I think, you know, we're looking at the flag blowing in a little bit, and probably had that backspin and was able to just kind of scrape the wall.
In the end, I think it probably should have been caught, and he gave up on it too early. I think it hit right behind where he was standing.
Yeah, he's looking up at the wall. It did hit very low off the wall, but he gave up on it.
It happens out there.
Especially with the wind. There's Casas now, who homered in the first, then grounded out 4-3 and fouled out. And he takes a strike over the inside corner from Drew Rasmussen.
Has the Sitco sign changed at all?
I don't remember any significant difference in it. For a couple of years, it wasn't on at all. Back in the 80s, that's low.
We had some of their people in like a year ago. I was always wondering like how they decide when it starts, when they turn it on.
Yeah.
And they just looked at me, they go, at dusk.
Yeah, that's simple. Casas had the 3 home run game. Day game against Minnesota. That was back on September 22nd. Day-night doubleheader day. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball by him that retires the side. We go to the 9th, 7-2 Tampa Bay on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
The Chick-fil-A Community Hero Award Program is back this year, and they're upping the ante by honoring somebody every week for the entire baseball season. If there's someone in your town or your city who deserves recognition, nominate them at thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
Allow us to introduce you to the Ford truck built for New Englanders like you. The New England Edition F-150. Made with luxurious style, top-notch technology, and built Ford tough capability. Now you can get America's best-selling truck for 47 years for a great deal. To lease the New England Edition F-150 today, stop into your local New England Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com. Claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Hey, Boston fans! Phones weren't made to be broken, but life happens. So when you break your phone, Verizon in Boston's got you. Trade in any phone from one of their top brands in any condition, guaranteed, and get a great deal on one of their best 5G phones with unlimited ultimate. Switch now and save. Available at a Boston area Verizon store.
Calling all college students. Want to save an extra 5% every time you shop for groceries? Shaw's student discount offer is for you. Just sign up to be a Shaw's For You member at shaws.com/for-you and follow the directions for easy verification of your college email address. If you're already a Shaw's For You member, go to your account profile and preferences in the app and click on Discount Programs to start the easy verification process. Then make sure to clip your monthly 5% off coupon and enjoy the extra savings every time you shop at Shaw's.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Chase Sugaret becomes the Red Sox fifth pitcher. He got a save in Toronto, coming in for Penrod in extra innings. And the Rays will send up Aranda, Morel, and Lowe. 5 games, no decisions, 4.70 ERA for Chase Sugaret. We saw a lot of him in spring training. And the first pitch to Aranda is hit toward the gap in right center field. Abreu on the go. He reaches it and makes the catch for the out.
He's going to win the Gold Glove, and he should. He has been unbelievable in right field this year.
You love having a defender like that, Rich.
Yeah, no question. You know, again, if the double play is pitcher's best friend, great outfield is right up there with 1A, 1B, I should say.
Here comes Morel. He's 0 for 4. He lines this one and over goes the other way toward the line to make the catch as Abreu for the out. Well, he got a great jump on that ball.
Yeah. That's one of the hardest balls to come in on or make a play on is the line drive. In the outfield, judging that and being able to see which direction it's going to go so you don't get beat by it too.
That was slicing away from him. Two down for Josh Lowe. Struck out, walked, singled, and struck out. And a fastball in for a strike. Rich, we're so happy you're going to be with us on the field tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, we're honored, along with many of my favorite players. The 0-1 is low. There's so many, it's really hard to...
Yeah, but in your speech tomorrow, you're going to actually announce your #1 all-time favorite, right?
No. I'm not going to announce my all-time favorite grandchild either. Swing and a miss. It's the same thing. You can't win.
Wait, Jane is your favorite all-time Red Sox player?
Jane's happy BC rallied to win today. Yeah. So we thought we were going to kill Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Away. 21-20. Go Eagles.
That was a nice win. And I'm sure a lot of happy BC fans to see that one not go the other way.
Here's the 1-2, and he waves it. A pitch down and away. Strike 3, swinging to retire the side. Last chance for the Red Sox. 7-2 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Sizzling savings are on today at Shaw's in Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Now through Thursday, pick up value pack beef petite sirloin steak, custom cut at the butcher's block, or you can get 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey breast, both just $3.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals. You earn points on every purchase. If you're short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Sirloin steak and ground turkey breast now on sale. Shaw's in Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Just like our hometown legends of the diamond, Herb Chambers has been hitting it out of the park for decades with legendary customer service. With over 35 brands and so many locations, Herb Chambers offers the largest inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. You can always count on getting the lowest prices and best value. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Come see for yourself and experience our legendary customer service today. Herb Chambers. We don't sell cars, we help people buy them.
Learn to lead with impact at Babson College, ranked the #1 graduate school in entrepreneurship for 31 years by U.S. News & World Report. Join our virtual open house October 9th and receive an application fee waiver up to $100. Register at babson.edu/gradopenhouse.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Rasmussen back for the bottom of the 9th, and here is O'Neill. And he chops a foul, first base side. He struck out, was hit by a pitch, and fanned. So trying to make it 0 for 26 in one of his last 35. Not the way he certainly wanted to finish the season. 0-1 the count. There's the pitch home, and he waves at a pitch outside, maybe by 6 inches, doesn't get it.
You just got caught on TV flipping through your spiral notebook.
Oh, yeah.
How many wall balls does O'Neill have this year?
Well, let's see. He's got several over the wall.
Yes,
I think
he
more
does.
over the wall than off the wall. And he takes it low.
Duran, I know, led the team with his wall balls this year.
Yeah, he has 14 balls off the wall.
Jaron does?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wade Boggs is in the 20s. That's the most I ever remember.
There's a lot of money to be made off of the wall.
1-2 grounded foul, especially by left-hand batters.
This is one of these really cool things, though, that Joe does.
I was
Rich.
just seeing that.
He keeps every game log, every at-bat, all this stuff for pitchers, and then for the hitters, he just keeps track of their homers, home and away, with color coding, and then puts notches up for each wall ball. Here.
5 wall balls, 5 for O'Neill.
5 this year.
See how many he's hit over it. The 1-2 swung on, grounded toward the middle, base hit. So he breaks the 0 for 26. I'm sure that feels good. Starting off the 9th inning. Let's see.
Yeah, that's really neat. You do that for every game.
Yeah. 6, yeah.
That book should go right to Cooperstown.
It should.
Yeah.
Hey, is red?
You can't read
home?
it, though.
Is red home, Joe? Green on the
Yes.
road? Yeah. Look who's hitting.
Got 16 over the wall.
Look who's
hey,
up.
Here comes Mickey. Mickey looking for his first major league hit. Takes a strike from Rasmussen. There's 16 over the wall, 5 off the wall. Mickey Gasper grounded out 5-3. Bounce into a force and Cade. The pitch from Rasmussen. Check swing strike, and he's behind 0-2.
Dad's not happy, and I can understand why. That was right there. He's done a lot of that, taking fastballs in the middle of the plate.
The bat's always moving before the pitch, but he's taken so many strikes. 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a grounder, foul over by the Red Sox dugout. Mickey Gasper trying to stay alive. Came out of the Yankee system after giving Bryant. 0-2. Rasmussen delivers. And he takes strike 3. Pretty much down the middle of the plate. So not today. Guess we have a major rally here. Now, his mom looks disappointed. Dad got his head down.
Yeah. I hope he plays tomorrow.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see him.
Well, a lot to be learned from this season as well. A lot of good things to take away from is, looking at the positive side of it.
Scar gave him a pat on the back for encouragement, low and away. One more chance this season. Romy Gonzalez is 0 for 3. 1 on, 1 out. There's a strike. The festivities tomorrow start 2:30 or a few minutes after that.
Well, it's going to be an exciting day, that's for sure.
I'm getting nervous thinking about it. Pitch is a strike over the outside.
Well, I mean, you've been on the field enough, Joe.
I have, yeah.
But, I mean, is it the speech or the pitch?
It's the pitch.
Yeah.
I haven't warmed up yet.
Well, you get a start.
I got to do better than I did.
We're going to get the trainers to give you a little, shoulder rub down tomorrow morning.
1-2 is low.
That's the biggest thing. Aim high.
I meant to come here and play catch on the field, but the fans were here for autographs. So.
Listen, tomorrow Rich will bring a glove, and you can get one too, Joe. And you guys can just play a little catch on the warning track. Get loose.
Okay. I did that the last time and still bounced it.
Well, Alex picked you up.
2-2 pitch. He's low, gets to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch as O'Neill takes second.
I was wondering how you were going to feel tonight going into tomorrow, Joe. Did you, Game 704 ALCS? Were you nervous that night going to bed?
Well, we had so many late nights, it wasn't
Not
difficult.
hard to fall.
We thought the Game 5 was going to be early. It started at 5 o'clock. It was 5.5 hours or so, and then flew to New York, so we got there about 3 in the morning. So you sort of put it on an automatic pilot at that point. Those are long Yankee Red Sox games. 3-2 pitch coming from Rasmussen to Romy. And he swings and it's a bounding ball to second. Charged by Lau has it. It flips to first for the out. So the Red Sox down to their last out here. And with the runner at third, here's Abreu, who single, popped up to third and grounded to first. Neal at third with 2 down. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Left side out of play.
You're going to drive in with Jan tomorrow? The grandkids? What's the plan?
They're going to come a little bit later. I think I'll be anxious to get here early.
Me too.
So let them come in a little bit later. The pitch is swung on, bounce to first. Easy hop for Aranda. Does it himself. Ball game over. Tampa Bay wins the first 2 games of the series. The Red Sox drop under 500 at 80 and 81, and now tied with Tampa Bay for third place in the AL East. Final 7-2 Rays. And Rich, thank you so much for joining us. Great job, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for the memories.
Hopefully you'll be doing this for a long time when you're not pitching.
Well, that's going to be a long time. You can't quit the thing, Joe. I mean, he's going to pitch in the Philippines before he hangs it up.
That's it. He's going to pitch in November. That's awesome.
I speak for a lot of people when we say thank you.
Thank you so much for all the support players have given me over the years as well. We'll continue with the totals next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Visit the 99 restaurant every Sunday for football frenzy specials at the bar. Tackle 6-packs of bone-in buffalo wings for just $4.99 and full-size apps for just $6.99. Or try the new sideline sausage sub for just $9.99 when you dine in. You gotta love the nines.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments.
Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're responsible for corporate travel for your company and need a partner that you can count on, First Light Limo is reliable, responsive, and we can handle all of your needs from airport rides for $3 to corporate events for $3,000. Take the stress out of travel with a partner you can trust. First Light Limo. Book online at firstlightlimo.com or call our live reservationist 24/7. First Light Limo. We always steer you in the right direction. Visit us online at firstlightlimo.com. That's firstlightlimo.com.
This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com.
All right, guys. 7-2, the Rays beat the Red Sox. Thanks so much to Rich Hill for his fine work today. And fitting that tomorrow's going to be just absolutely loaded up with some of the all-time favorites. And you will never pick a favorite, Joe. You never will. I mean, you couldn't even pick 31 favorite all-time players.
No, I tried 30 favorites for my 30 years in my second book, and I wound up with 43.
But, I mean, I understand that. I agree with it completely. But he is very near the top of the list, that young man.
Yeah.
And it was fun to work with him today. So the Red Sox have dropped the first two of the series, which means the best they can do this season is finish at 500. They're now a game below, 80 and 81. In some ways, it might be kind of poetic justice if they finish right even, because 24 times this season they have been right at exactly 500. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Tampa. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Sox. Took only 2 hours and 28 minutes to play it in front of 35,333. Well, Joe, this can happen this time of year, and obviously we are not nearly as concerned with the outcome on the field as we are, reminiscing and kind of looking back at your career and sharing our appreciation for you. But this, when clubs are out of it, you do tend to get games like this where they can go quickly, a lot of quick outs, and that's 2 nights
First
in a row
ball
of that.
Swinging.
Yeah. But Shane Baz was good.
Yeah, he was very good. He's got good stuff, and he was hurt the first half of the year, but he's come back well, winning 4 of his last 5 decisions with an ERA of under 2 over that span. And Crawford had tough luck. I mean, he threw the ball pretty well, gave up the home run in the 3rd, and then seemed to hit maybe a wall, at least with his location.
So Red Sox will have one more game in this season, and we are going to spend the entire day looking back at Joe's great career that culminated with the election to the National Baseball Hall of Fame this summer. And we're going to play a lot of your great calls. We're going to have some of your best friends of Red Sox teams past. We're going to have Daubach and Trott early on in the game, then Pedro, and on down the line. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be great to see those guys, and I can't believe so many are making the trip here. Some of them are local, and it'll be certainly so great to see all of them here tomorrow, and the great fans of Red Sox Nation.
I think what Rich just said, though, is so true. I mean, no one else is surprised all those people are coming back because, you've meant so much to so many people, and it's going to be a wild house in here tomorrow. So, this is kind of our last time just together.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it again next year. Maybe I'll give you a couple days off.
You should. I'm in for that. 7-2, the Rays beat the Red Sox. Cooper Boardman's got the Nissan post-game show next.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are gonna need a bigger cake.
Now through October 10th, upgrade and switch to 300 megabit Xfinity Internet with unlimited data and 1 line of unlimited mobile for just $35 a month for 1 year. Plus, get an eligible free 5G phone with trade-in. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
Hey Google, cool down my car.
and,
Hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $299 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 9/30/24.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
And we're back at Fenway Park. Cooper Boardman with you on the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself and shop your local Nissan store, nissanusa.com today. 7-2 is the final. Red Sox fall in Game 2 of this series. They have lost the series after last night. For Tampa, 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They leave 8. Red Sox, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They leave 5. Winning pitcher today, Shane Baz, who was excellent again. He's gone 13 innings against the Sox in the last 2 weeks. Ton of strikeouts. Cutter Crawford drops to 9-16. He takes the loss in a 2-hour and 28-minute game in front of, again, 35,333 at Fenway Park. Red Sox got on the board early in this game. Cutter Crawford had to work his way through a long and arduous top of the first 27 pitches, but got out of it. And so it was scoreless going to the bottom of the first inning. Trevor Story got on, then